Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, a good evening. Wherever you are around the world, how are we all doing today? How are we all doing today? I hope you're full Irish. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Heavenly Father Day to my dad, man. You know, like that. But how we doing this morning, man? This afternoon, this evening, wherever you are in the world, like I said, smash the likes on the way in. I'm giving out napkins. Yeah, giving out drinks and refreshments after your breakfast to help you wash it down. Big up the broski, that is Shane. Absolute legend each and every time. 10 of you already here, so I'm pretty sure some of you stayed from the redirect. Big up your shoes and socks each and every time. How we doing today? Let me just looking a bit dark. Few people in the building, my broski. BBK saying, yes, sir. Hope you're good today, bro. Hope your ACL's getting better. Make sure you guys are subscribing to BBK first comment. Nothing but love. You know, he is the early worm. Can't even talk. The early worm that catches the bird. Yeah. Always up early. Big up Mr. Robbo. Big up views, like and subscribe, people. Yes, please. Yes, please. We would like it. And as always, people, this is the intervention. You know, it will go on for as long as there's fuel to the fire. I say the stuff each and every time we start, just so you lot know what's going on. We had a great show yesterday. Jesus Christ, big up Vigilante, big up it's Everest, or it's me, Everest, big up man like Chink's face. Like, yeah, we was getting off yesterday, man. Got a little bit heated at times, but naturally, you know, like that, like in a good way. Like, it was very good. It was very good. Opposite opinions. He made me think about a few things. I hopefully made him think about a few things. And this is why we do it. You know what I mean? This is why we do it. Big up BBK, big up Mr. Robbo. These men have channels. Please make sure you go and subscribe to those guys as well and show them all the love in the world. Big up Rich Money Makers. Big yourself up, mate. He said just subscribe. The music when the guy was talking. Okay, so you must have been over at the Full Irish. Big up Shane, man. The legend that is Shane. Obviously, he's had the clips. He's had the clips in the barrel for a while. And yeah, just taking it to new heights. Do you know what I'm saying? So nothing but love for the broski. If we're on by the time it gets to 3:30, then we will be redirecting you right back over to Shane for your weekend roast. You never got it yesterday. It was just me. Like, you know what I mean? Some of you were here, some of you weren't, but nothing but love. I see my broski Aaron as well went live. So big him up. He done a chat with the chat. That was quite good. I watched that on playback. Big him up as well. Might even be jumping on with him a little bit later. You know, him and Shane are going back. Pew, pew, pew. Shots are getting fired, but these two are friends, innit? It's nothing but entertainment. Like, it's nothing but jokes. And you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be entertaining. I didn't know if Aaron was gonna come back with anything, and then all of a sudden I watched this playback, and I'm not gonna spoil the surprise. If you know, then you know. If not, go and watch Aaron. Aaron Talks Arsenal. Go and watch. I'm sure you've already been from Shane on the on the Full Irish, so you so you would have already seen certain things that's going on. So I'm not gonna spoil the surprises. I know you know what's going on, guys, and it is nothing but jokes in it. So big up the legends. That is Shane Gooner and Aaron Talks Arsenal. And big you up, man. Rich Moneymakers legend, bro. Just subscribe as soon as I come off. You know, furthermore, let's be a man about action. Because normally I wait for the live to I wait for the live to load up onto my channel. There we go. If I can get my bloody words out, load up onto my channel, and then I normally get people back. But I think I can just do it now. So boom, there you go, Rich. Subscribe straight back. If you subscribe, I'll get you back as long as I see it. There's a few too many people coming in. I don't get every notification, but as long as I see it, I will get you back. So big yourself up, man. Big up everyone that's came over from Shane. Big up Shane as well. Yeah, look, the redirect. I can't even talk like fucking Jonathan Ross today, bro. Jesus Christ. I ain't been up long though, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I couldn't sleep. I was still awake at like 25 to 5 this morning. Just couldn't sleep. But big up Shane, man. Nothing but love. And if we are still on at 3:30, we'll redirect back to the Sunday roast or the weekend roast. And even if we finish earlier, we'll still redirect there so you guys can go over and give him some early likes. Shane, right? Yeah, big up Wahaha, big up Dave, successful raid, big up, man, big up everyone that came over, man. Really appreciate it, guys. Everyone hit the likes. It's free. It takes seconds. Exactly. Big up Mr. Waffle. Strange as it did redirect. I don't know what's going on. Like, you see, with my YouTube channel, yeah, especially before I got to 1,000 subs, yeah, I couldn't go live anymore off of my mobile. You know, you can just tap live, and I just couldn't do it. Like, there's loads of times when notifications don't come up, even though I've pressed the bell. So YouTube isn't perfect. And what Shane said at the end of his stream, I think sometimes it might come up later. You'll get the little thing that comes up and said you've been redirected to, especially on Streamlabs. I don't even see it. It don't even come up like that. You know, but I will be moving to StreamYard next month, people. I guarantee that. But big up Shane, man. There's people, excuse me, over here, so it's obvious that they've come from you, so it's nothing but love. Just came off the legendary Shane, yep, that talks about the Arsenal fans, yeah, so-called fans. Yeah, no, bro, come on, man, definitely. I'm glad that you guys are all getting to see, you know what I mean? Because you know what I've realized yesterday, we might be the cult, you know. You know, us lot over this side, we might be the cult. We might actually be the cult, because we are the smaller group. We are going against the grain. Do you know what I'm saying? So it might be us, you know, guys. So when I come on and do these interventions, maybe I'm gonna have to go and buy myself a little robe or something. Do you know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying, and wear the masks and that, like in the skulls. Because I think we're the cult. I really do. You know, obviously I was trying to explain to Chinks yesterday. It's like we're really the smaller group. We're fighting against the grain, but maybe to just the average person or the people that are not kind of in one way or the other, maybe it really looks different. Maybe on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think about that. Maybe we're the cult, guys. Listen, if we're the cult, we're the cult. Then I'm a full cult member. Do you know what I'm saying? You guys know where I stand. But we're calling them lot cultists and that for following Arteta. But they're the bigger number. We're the smaller number. So just by definition, we might be the cult guys. So we're gonna have to work out some rituals. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to do some booky stuff, guys. But big up everyone, man. I am great cooking a gal. Big up Rich Money Makers, man. Honestly, appreciate you coming through, bro. I did subscribe back to you. Big up Mr. Battered as well. Always appreciated, my bro. Hope you are well. Big up all the Liverpool fans. Big up Mr. Waffle. Big up everyone in here. Let me get to the chat. Shane Guna raid, but you know who it is. Yeah, man. Big yourself up, Mr. Battered, man. Always appreciate you. Hello, views. Big yourself up. And big up Footy Reacts TV. I did see your message on Twitter yesterday, bro. I will get back to you. I've just been all over the place, like in the last couple of days. Big up views and chat. Big up Mr. Waffle. I appreciate everyone. And here he is. Big up the legend that is Shane. Yeah, we got to give him the clap. No STDs, you know what I mean? Big up my bro, that is Shane, you know, like that. Make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're liking mods. Let's get his link in the chat, you know what I mean? We will be redirecting to the Sunday roast or the weekend roast, no matter what. So if he's on at that time, great. If he's not, go and give the early likes. You know how we do it over here, man. And it's Sunday, which means it's Monday tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, we got clean through one-on-one. So gear up for that one, people, man. Big up Shane, my bro, each and every time. And I hope you had a good day yesterday, man. Been a long time since I did go-karting. So I was sitting there in my garden thinking, boy, I hope he's having a good time, man. Big up Dre, big up views. You want to know something? If we can't be best, if we can't beat the best, be the best the rest. Do you know what? That's the kind of message, innit? That's the kind of message. And even Chinks was saying it yesterday. I understand the sentiment. Like, obviously, you're the first loser, kind of like runner-up or whatever. But I don't know, man. You know, is it wrong to want something more, guys? That's what I'm kind of made to feel like. And I'm not saying that we're entitled to win the league or win a cup every single season, but what we are entitled to is the effort from the club to go out and do that. I understand the angle Chinks was coming from to a degree. Historically, we don't win all the time, especially in the last 20 odd years recently, but all through the history, we do have spits and spurts where we do good and we do things. That's why we're the third biggest club in the country. However, he is right in that regard. But what does that mean? Like I keep saying, what does that mean, bro? You know what I mean? Say you're, I don't know, a beaver or something. Like you had to have built a dam at some point. You can't just say, well, it's just a river. We can't do anything about it. It's just a river. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just going one direction. You can't do nothing about it. Well, actually, you can if you put your mind to it. Do you know what I mean? Just like when I've heard people say, like, oh, uh, calm down, calm down. It's only June this or it's only that. And we always do our business slow. Like, what? So why does that mean that it's okay to continue doing so? If we're saying that we want to see some signals of intent, then going out and doing early business would be different, wouldn't it? Guess what? It might show us that you mean fucking business, wouldn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh no, but we always do it like that. So it means that we always have to continue to do it like that. I'm not always saying that a leopard can change its spots or whatever, but people do change in life, don't they? People do grow. Things do change. No, that's the one guarantee in life is change, isn't it? Nothing stays the same. So just because we might have done business slow in the past and we're dilly dallying and things like that, don't mean that we continue to do so. Because, like I keep saying, because Chink said a lot of good things yesterday, like the whole insanity quote. If you keep doing the same things over, and that's the definition of insanity with no change, right? Oh no, but we always do our business slow. So let's continue to do it slow then. How is anything going to change? And like I said, maybe people are happy that there is no change, but then let us know that. And you don't, and like Chink said, you don't have to, we don't have to come out and muddy the club and say, oh, everyone here is shit and this, that, and you don't have to do that. But you can just say, oh, well, we're self-sustaining, like we might have to buy to sell. When you get to talk, use your words right, use your words correctly when you get to talk, especially because we don't know anything that's going on and we only get our information from you. And if you're happy with a business at the end of the day telling their customers, pretty little lies just to keep them coming in and buying, then you're happy with that. Then you're just a happy clapper. Well, not even a happy clapper, you're just a happy customer then. Because in any other walk of life, you're not going to let a business dictate to you. Can't dictate to the business though. And that's what Chinks is saying. But to a degree, you can. They don't listen all the time. That's we can't ultimately control it. But there is some sort of power that the fans have. I think everyone saw that, at the Emirates when there was 10,000 empty seats and things like that. I mean, I don't know if that would be enough because there's 100,000 people on the waiting list. There's thousands of people just waiting to get tickets to go to the Arsenal. So I don't know if that's going to really matter in the long run. But you only ever see this club move when we're not in Champions League or people are not really buying the merch or going to the games. I don't think I've seen in my life as many merch drops as what I've seen this season. So it's all right for the club to continue to get rich off of us, to continue to act like a business and ignore the fact that it's a football club and ignore the fact that it's got fans, because we're just now customers now and we have to act accordingly. All right, cool. That's fine. But then don't ask me to care when you're telling me about your quarterlies or you're telling me about, we don't know if we got money. No, 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 no. Don't expect me to care about that because I don't go into Primark or McDonald's and ask about their quarterlies. I don't ask about how their finances are doing. I need to know what's cheap on the menu. I'm looking for the best deal. That's it. If you want me to keep coming and putting my money into your thing, into your business, then give me some value for money. And he's right. There's such thing as interest and inflation, and these things make businesses and prices go up every year regardless of the value of the product. But then the customer gets to decide whether I'm going to frequent that business again. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, just McDonald's as an example. You keep putting up your price for your dead ass food, then it's up to me to decide whether to buy it. No, you know what I mean? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Obviously this is just a practice that we have to get used to now, right? Oh no, no, but the African Guna guy. No, 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 but you know, we have to understand it's a business. I don't have to understand shit. It's not a public trading company, not to my knowledge. Yeah, Chinks was saying that anyone can go and buy shares, but not anyone can, because you need to have you need to be in a certain pay bracket to go and buy shares, of any kind of consequence. So, but let's get into it, man. Like I said, big up, man. Big up Shane. Big up everyone that's coming in today. I definitely appreciate it, man. Trust in the process, make a lot. And that's what I'm saying. I ain't got none of those clips. And even on Streamlabs, it's hard for me to even play them properly because I still ain't learnt it. I gotta just share my screen. So you can't really hear me talking as well as the clips. But we will get those kind of things coming. We're still in phase 2. Trust in the process, make a lot. We're still in phase 2, people. Big up Rich Moneymakers, man. He said, I am a Chelsea fan. I love the world-class chat and I want to keep Arteta so Chelsea will have a chance to come second. LOL. Hit the likes and subscribe. Yeah, it's free and it takes seconds. Listen, big up the Chelsea fans, man. Big up the Liverpool fans. We get Liverpool fans in here. We get Spurs fans in here. We get Man United fans. We get everyone in here. I've had Ipswich fans in here. I've been blessed and everyone's welcome. It's a safe space. As long as you're not racist or as long as we don't talk no politics and all that, then we're good. My brother Nathan, you know, what you telling me, big man? Big up, my Jenna. Hope you're good today, man. Big up, brother. A man said there's a gunshot for the gunshot battle. Yeah. Hey, bro, shots have been fired, bro. Shots have been fired. If you know, you know. Man like Shane and Aaron are going at it. It did work, man. And I thank you so much, my brother. I will definitely return the favor. That goes without saying anyway. And happy Father's Day to everybody. One sec, one clap. Yeah. Happy Father's Day to Poppy. May he rest in peace. And everyone who's a father, happy Father's Day to you. Enjoy your day. It's definitely not going to be a 4-hour stream today. I can't believe it was 4 hours yesterday. But as Chink says, time flies when you're having fun, man. So I've got a big old stream to go through and try and chop up a few bits, man. But big up everyone in it, man. I really appreciate you guys. Hit the like for me. Minimum for intervention is 30 likes. We've been getting to the 40s. Let's see if we can do that again, people. I would be over the moon. Over the moon. Okay. Remember when Arteta said over my dead body? Yeah. So to me, he's a dead man. I keep saying it, guys. It's the Walking Dead. I can't remember the theme tune. I can't remember it. It's the Walking Dead. Every time he has a conference, that's why he don't speak much, because his jaw might just fall off, guys. He might just say, I am so handsome, and his jaw just fall off. He's literally a dead man walking. If you didn't believe that zombies were a real thing, voila. Do you know what I'm saying? You're literally looking at one. You might not know it because the makeup's quite good, but a piece of his cheek is peeling off. He said, over my dead body. It's a dead man walking. Let me just drink some of my water because I've got a frog in my throat like every bloody day, man. Dead man walking because he knows now's no time ain't longer, bro. Time is no longer his friend. I can't even get my words out. We're doing Jonathan Ross today, but time is no longer his friend. But I don't know, to some people it really is. To some people it really is. Some people are saying he might he might actually finish his contract, let alone just get the next year. Let me know in the chat what you think. Do you think there's the goalposts will move again? Do you think he's got enough protection to get to the end of his contract? Because that's going to be best part of a decade, guys. And what's anyone going to tell us if you don't win anything in that time? Oh, you guys are just being impatient. You guys are just this. You guys are just that. You just got an agenda against Arteta. This could be Ronald McDonald at the club at the moment, and I'll be Ronald out. If I see the manager doing what you're doing, and if I look at you and think you are at the detriment of my club now, I can't look at someone like getting even Gyokeres and a Sesko. How about that? I can't even look at that because you've just put nothing but dead wood at our club on massive wages. If anything, guys, we're worse than when we had Obar and all them guys. Go and look at the wage bill then and the wage bill now. And I ain't even looked at it, but I'm confident that I'm right. I might be wrong, and I'm never wrong and strong. Never. If I'm wrong and I'm wrong, fair play. But someone let me know, guys. If I'm wrong, someone let me know, guys. But I promise you now, I'm now looking at this guy like you're at the detriment to the club, and it ain't just him. Let me make that clear. It's the owners as well. But let me also make clear that the owners are very much giving him a free run. They very much don't care. They're over in the US. They're doing their thing. They very much don't care. They're ringing up. What's the money saying? Money's good. Say nothing. Europe good. Say nothing. Phone goes down, and that's it. He's very much had the keys to the kingdom for a very long time. He's had money to spend. Whether you think it's enough, whether you think it's too little, he's had more money than any other manager that's ever been at Arsenal, ever. And in modern football, guys, because you got to remember, this ain't the Wenger days, it ain't the Ferguson days. If you even get to 5 years, people are looking at you like you may be the new Alex Ferguson or the new Wenger, because or the new Pep, even Pep in modern day football. But this is Pep. And what did Pep say at the end of the season? He said, if I was at somewhere else, I would have been sacked. Now, Chinks obviously took that to say that he's buoying off Man City. But like I said, it's all about perception. And you can look at it like that. That's a very valid argument. But the first thing I thought is this is a guy with standards. We're talking about football here at the end of the day. They're not friends. They're not family. They get paid a lot of money for this. They're in the public domain as well. That's why for me, it's a little bit different. I'm in the public domain. You guys know what I look like. So there's things that come with that, isn't there? You get to put a face to the name every day. I've been cussed out. Go and kill yourself. Go and support Spurs. You're just a mixed race league gunner. You guys are the cult. I'm a glory hunter because I want my team that hasn't won a major in 21 years to win something. Not even a major, just to win something. And apparently I'm a glory hunter because I want trophies. That isn't the reason why I supported this club. So everyone keeps talking about context. Well, there's your context, bro. You can say that people that just want trophies are glory hunters, but how can you ever look at Arsenal and say that we're glory hunters because we want change, because we're sick of not winning? You know, we're going to talk about this Gyokeres thing, guys, and I'm going to get back into the comments because I realize I kind of go left and then the comments get left behind. But you're giving me the fuel to the fire, and it's 20 minutes. I'm going to get the link out soon as well. Throughout transfer windows, Arsenal have become monitoring FC, and this is my whole point. I was going to talk about that as well. We are going to talk about that. Yeah, only view settings, big up, man. Only views, but I ain't got the dressing gown on today. But if it gets too hot, you never know. You never know. Hit the QR code, and it might be only view settings. You never know, people. Anything can happen. Anything can happen over here, people. Anything, you know, like that. So big up Mr. Battered, man. He said, what's your Twitter X handle? It's just the same, man. Views on Sport. I'm on Instagram as well. Views on Sport. If you've got any videos and clips that you want to send me the same way people do for Shane, I'm happy to accept them, but I've got to find a way to play them. I will definitely have to maybe reach out to Shane because I want to go over to StreamYard next month. So yeah, but big up, man. Really appreciate it. Big up, it's me, Everest. Big up, it's a big up everyone taking a rest due to heat. I'll just listen along today, have fun. Big yourself up, man. Listen, it's nowhere gonna be 4 hours. I'll tell you that much, man. I was baking up yesterday, and it's still quite warm in London today, but just not as bad as it was yesterday. Hence why I'm sitting here in a hoodie. You know what I mean? So big up, it's me, Everest, man. It was a great show. Thank you for coming on. Thank you to my broski Vigilante as well. I don't know what happened to him. He kind of dipped out. Maybe he was having issues, technical problems, but he is also welcome. And thank you for Chinks for jumping on as well, man. You know what I mean? I had fun. It got heated, but it was in a good way. Do you know what I mean? It was in a bit like, and he's a funny guy as well. Like I said, watch out for Under the Lens this Tuesday, 6 p.m. Like he does lots of other podcasts and stuff about life and just about, he's a funny guy, like aside. He also does COD, Modern Warfare. If you like your gaming stuff, he's quite a shooter as well. So make sure you guys go and subscribe to Chinks and come back and hear his story on Tuesday. And also, guys, also before I move on, we finally have got the volcano. Yes, man. Tomorrow at 7 p.m, I believe, Kyle Walsh Gunner is going to be in the building for his Under the Lens. Finally getting that over the line. So very happy about that. So come and show some love, people, man. That's all in the evening time. Big up Static, man. Hope you're well today. Happy Father's Day to you. Thank you, my bro. And happy Father's Day to you. It might not relate. I don't know, but we've all got fathers in some shape or capacity. So happy Father's Day to everyone out there. 20 likes, like and subscribe. Come on, man. That's very, very good within 25 minutes. Let's see if we can get to the 30 and the 40 now. Let's see if we can do it, guys. Big up Scants, my G. Big yourself up, man. Liverpool fan in the building. Big yourself up, my bro. Make sure you're subscribing to Scants as well. And go and hit my playlist, viewers. Go and hit my playlist. I've got a couple of them. Intervention playlist, under the lens playlist, a couple more as well. But definitely the under the lenses, man. If you're a Liverpool fan, go and watch Scants. Go and subscribe to his channel. Everest is saying static. Big up all the mods, yeah, man. Big up all the mod squad in the building. Excuse me. Rich money makers, you support the team to win trophies, not to finish second or to 70. No, that's what I'm trying to say. Listen, I understand that you don't win it every year. There's only 4 competitions, like domestically. Well, no, I think there's like only 4, maybe 5 competitions. If there's a Super Cup or something like that, there's only like a couple of chances to win. That's the aim with the game at the end of the day. Otherwise, why is there a trophy? Why is there a league? Why are we just not, I don't know, playing the, I don't know, it's the fitness league. We got to turn up every week just for fitness or something. I don't know, just for fair play. Why is there, it's a billion, it's a business, right? So you keep telling me that I have to worry about the business, but we ain't got the money and the self-sustaining, and look at PSR and look at FFP and look at the context. Why? I'm not an accountant. You know what I mean? What I am, alongside all the other fans, especially people that are like buying season tickets and buying merch and all the rest of it, we're the lifeblood of your business. We're your customer, bro. Ain't the customer always right in business? I'm just saying, if we want to have a little bit of dopamine once in a while, is that too much to ask, guys? Oh, but we got Declan Rice. Do you not really think we paid 100 million all in one? We're still paying that off. Like, and we can go and do that 2 and 3 times over. That's the kind of money and clout that Arsenal have got. But you still want us to act like we're not Marks and Spencers. All of a sudden, we're Iceland now. Why should I act like that? Do you know what I'm saying? You lot are making Marks and Spencer money, so why should I have Iceland expectations? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I'm saying. And people think that it's an Arteta agenda, or it's just like, you understand what I'm saying? We hate the guy and we just want him to lose under, bro. If you won me that Champions League, like it would have been back to factory settings. Not to say that I forgive everything, not to say that you've got years of credit, but we go again next year. Let's see what you can do again. And if I start seeing the same fuck ups, then I'm on to you again, bro. It's just as simple as that. This is modern football. I don't understand why it's always our club where it's got to be family matters. Sentimental FC, Monitoring FC, We'll Look After UFC, the College of Northwest Arsenal. I don't understand why it's our club that always got to do that. A manager's meant to improve the team, but yet we're improving him. Someone tell me I'm wrong. Someone tell me I'm wrong. But let me get back to the chat though, because again, you know what I get like, people. You know what I get like. Does Chink still make drill music views? I don't know. I don't think so. I didn't even know we did make music, man. Like I said, I saw him like a couple years ago on Instagram before I even had this channel. Yeah, where my dad died the end of 2023. And obviously I was going through a sad time, and I see a couple of his videos and he was making me laugh. So I messaged him and I said, broski, like, big up in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was giving me bare joke, like I've been going through a bad time. And he just said, yeah, cool. That was it though, because obviously we didn't know each other. And he's one of those guys that he don't follow anyone back. It don't matter who you are. So if you want to follow him, it's just out of the love, innit? And I kind of respect that a little bit. But anyway, that was that. Didn't see him for time. And then obviously I started seeing his face on some of the YouTube, like in the football streets, innit? Obviously I seen him on other podcasts and that. So go and subscribe to his Instagram, his Twitter, all of it, Twitch. He's on Twitch. You know what I mean? Go and show him some love, innit? He's a funny dude. And he stays the same, bro. It don't matter who he's around. He's never moved the goalposts, innit? You know what I'm saying? And he don't ever tell people how to fan. And that's one thing I will say, because I even watched a gal, old Jacko and Bubbles. You want to know something? You know what I mean? Jacko and Bubbles, bro. He still lives. Yeah. And I saw him on with Deluded. Big up Deluded. That's my guy. And he just saying the same, Arsenal fans are so reactionary. Bubbles, like they're so reactionary. Like, calm down for what, man? Calm down for what? And then someone like Chinks might say, well, you know that Arsenal never do business well, so why are you getting upset with it? It's like, come on, though. I understand that a while, but it's like, what does that? I don't know, man. Can you still understand what I'm saying? Does that mean that because I don't know, the stream only flows one way, it's only ever gonna flow that way for the rest of time? Like the earth ain't gonna break down, and like I don't know, fucking tectonic traits plates don't shift, or I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say, bro? Because that's the only constant in life is change, innit? Just because something is, it don't mean that it needs to stay that way or it always has to be that way. Yeah, look at Liverpool. They don't always go out and smash money. Yeah, the last time they won the league in 2020 in the COVID thing, what did they do the summer after that? They never done nothing. But this time they learned from their mistake. Guess what? It signals change, doesn't it? Guess what? Everyone's happy. Everyone's in the same direction. Everyone's excited to go on to the next season. Not just that, but you're buying players to last you for years. Best in class. It works for everyone else, but when it's Arsenal, our fans want to say people think it's Football Manager, people think it's FIFA. Well, it fucking is. This is the modern day football. Where do you think we are? This is what I was trying to say. Even me, I'm 40 plus. Things ain't how it was in my day. Even the talent pool is nowhere near what it was like. Even only 20 years ago, it's dropped dramatically. Things move on, guys. Things do change. Things do change. Just because you walk outside and the sky is blue, do you think you're never going to see different color sky? What about sunset? What about eclipse? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Just because we normally conduct business like this is my point. I don't want us to normally conduct business like this. I want us to move. Yeah, we got Berta, best in class. So can we move? Can we show that we've got the best in class, please? Oh, just calm down. Calm down for what? There's only two teams in the Club World Cup from England. Man United ain't one of them. Liverpool ain't one of them. Are they calming down or are they getting their business done quick? And let me just say this as well for all the people that want me to care about business, right? If you went and got the likes of a Eze, the likes of a Gyokeres, yeah, dare I say even Sesko, not that I wanted him, but if you got it over the line, all of the people that the top gooners, the Arteta sexuals, the people that just follow whatever the club do with no argument, they might have bought that shirt. Guaranteed if Gyokeres comes into the Arsenal this summer, everyone's buying the shirt, no matter what side of the fence you sit on. There will be top gooners doing this at the Emirates. You're gonna try and tell me you're not? Because if Gyokeres comes, because this is what you're telling me, and big up Dio, he's the one who said it as well. And this is why I don't like this logic. He come in and said, oh, if he bangs, I don't want to hear this, I don't want to hear that, and I want apologies, talking about Sesko. Huh? You want apologies because I want my club to take the more calculated risk. That don't make sense. That's the first thing. And secondly, where's our apologies when the club fail all the time? Because no one's coming in here and telling me, Views, you were right, mate. Maybe we should have tried a bit harder. Maybe the club should have spent a little bit of money. But you don't want to come in here when we have the anomaly results. Oh, we beat Man City, little one-off game. What happened after that? We didn't win. Oh, we beat Real Madrid. What happened after that? We didn't win. They are the anomaly games. We beat PSV. What happened after that? We didn't win. That's the anomaly. Because the normal form of the season was turd. Absolute caca. And I ain't talking the ex-Brazilian. I ain't talking the Brazilian, bro. So big up Dre, man. Well, we want to bring in a striker while still starting Havertz after the FA Cup loss to United. They called their goalkeeper Bayern Deer a clown. So what does that say about our players, bro? Well, here we are getting Kepa. I can't believe was it Latimer? Someone predicted it was going to happen. It might even have been Igal. People are happy with this business. I mean, look, it's not terrible business, but it's not good either. Purely because we're helping Chelsea. No matter what you want to say, of course Chelsea have got money, but if we're giving them 5 million, are they going to then take money out of their pocket to pay United for Sancho? No, they're not. Thank you, Arsenal. Cheers, mate. Nice doing business with you. Why are we always the back of the queue? You know what I'm saying? With the back of the queue, bro. By the time we get to it, it's punched up, bro. It's stepped on. As my brother Shane says, it's a chewed toffee by the time we get there, bro. It's dreadful. Do you know what I mean? Like you got to put on like 5 layers, bro. Like it's dreadful by the time we get there. Why are we always the you know the shit end of the swaps and the triangles? Do you know what I'm saying? But big up, man. I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. And so what I'm just saying is we got Berta in, yeah, but my confidence hasn't been changed about how we're conducting our business. And that's the worrying thing. I just want us to give me something to get excited about. That's it. I don't think I'm asking too much. It's also a known fact that the owners of any club that they own can put in 109 million a year, not once or twice, a year. And where have the Cronkies been with that? Madeline McCann business. Do you know what I'm saying? So all I'm asking for is when we've just gone 3 seasons finishing second, and this season we fell off dramatically, in my opinion. And well, it's not even my opinion, it's a fact in terms of the league. Yeah, we've dropped off. So now it's like we've lost our momentum in terms of winning. And what are the club going to do to put us back or to give us a chance to catch up to the pack? Nothing so far, guys. Maybe I'm panicking. Maybe I'm not. This is why we have these shows. So let me put the link out and I'm going to get to the chat. I am going to get to the chat. I'll just try and read a few straight comments without responding too much because obviously it does take me all day and night. But big up all the people in here, man. Just over 30, just dropping below, just coming back up. I appreciate all of you. Nothing but love for the viewers. Hit the like on the way in or way out. Definitely subscribe if you are new. And give me something to chat about, guys. What do you guys want to talk about? Fabrizio dropped the bomb yesterday. Let me get to these comments. Let me get to these comments and then we'll go back in. Big up Rich again. He said, as a Chelsea fan, I'm happy to finally win a trophy. That's what I'm saying, bro. And I'm with you, bro. I'm not pissing on the Conference League. You lot got Champions League and you got to show armpits this year. We never. You guys have had the better season. That is just the facts. If you want to try and say the context and we finished second, but ultimately, what's the difference? The difference is Chelsea got a trophy and we don't. We're both in Champions League. So don't matter what trophy it is, it's still a trophy to put Chelsea. Yeah, exactly. Hit the likes and subscribe. It's free. Thank you, my bro. And you're absolutely right. Because the aim of the game is to keep putting trophies that actually count, not community shields that are played under friendly rules. People are trying to call it the Super Cup. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. The aim is to put trophies in your cabinet. Otherwise, what are we all here for? Just to support business. I never knew everyone was like that. Everyone, I don't know. We're all shareholders now, guys. Big up, Gary. Hope you're well today. Make sure you subscribe to Don't Waste the Trip. Hello, hello. Hope you're well today, my bro. Make sure you guys all go and subscribe. Big up Mr. Batter. He said, Views, you got to skim through the Talk Sport episode on Arsenal transfers with Clive and Henry Talks Bollocks, man. That side of your fan base is absolutely tapped. Big up Mr. Battered. With this kind of stuff, I'm a bit scared, guys, in it, because sometimes it's cool and other times I'm getting fully copywritten and I don't even know what it's about. Look, my brother Josh is live as well, man. So that's a bit of a shame, purely because he could have been someone I redirect. Oh no, but we got the roast to redirect to. That's what we're definitely doing, regardless of anything. Big up Carl as well. Gun Down is live, doing a darts watch along. Yeah, I might skip. I don't know. Let me just think about that one for a minute, bro, because these copyrights, I don't understand it fully yet. And for some things, I think I'm definitely gonna get one, and I don't, and others I think I'm not, and I do. So it's a bit mad. But maybe if you guys can give me some of the points, I'll happily speak about it. Big up Static, man, my broski. It's me, Everest. Big love and respect to, yeah, man. Big up Static, man. Hello, live chat. Definitely a legend on these YouTube streets. Big up my bro Static. After Chelsea winning the cup, it has helped us to sell loads of Chelsea shirts in Spain. That's what I'm saying. More sponsorship after winning. Winning breeds better. Yeah, a good product on the pitch and everything else is Gucci around you. Do you know what I mean? If you're winning on the field, the fans don't care, the sponsors are coming in, people are paying for shit, people are taking pictures, people are happy. So it makes more business sense for you to be doing well on the pitch. And I was saying about business sense. So if you man went and bought Gyokeres, it don't matter. It's going to be top and bottom gooners doing that at the Emirates. Everyone going to buy their shirt. It's going to be good business for you guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what you need to understand. If we went and got Rodrigo, the shirt sales will go through the roof. We'd probably get half of what we pay for him in the first couple of weeks. That's what they don't understand. But you keep trying to rock up with people that we don't know, because I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Calafiori weren't on my radar, bro. Weren't on my radar. Moreno was not. I knew who Moreno was, but he weren't on my radar like that. Who the fuck's looking at him? This is who you're rocking up with. If you give the fans what they want, guess what? They're gonna be happy. Obviously, within reason. Just one time, you know. That's all I'm asking for this summer. Is that all right? Just this summer. Is that all right, guys? When we need to make a statement. Big up rich money makers. Though you're right, bro. Winning breeds winning. You sell more. Everyone's happy. If you get good players, then they go and get the shirt, the new shirt with the name on the back. I haven't bought a shirt since probably 2006. Yeah, I tell you now, if we get Gyokeres, I'm going to buy a shirt. How about that? Just like I said to Chinks yesterday, you know, next season, if we start winning stuff, like this is good, like my whole vibe is gonna change. I'm then gonna have something to be happy about, aren't I? I'm then gonna see some effort from my club. I'm then gonna have some faith that maybe they do want to kick on. Maybe we are going in the right direction. Maybe, you know, I can give them a little bit more patience because they picked up a little cup double or something. Do you know what I mean? And just like we were saying, and Everest said this yesterday, big him up, and so did Vigilante, I think, as well. You know, if we was winning cups along the way, Arteta wouldn't even be under this much pressure. You ain't even got to finals. You got to one right in the first 6 months. I know everyone keeps going to the technical fact that he was the manager at the time. I get it. I ain't taking away that FA Cup, but one FA Cup doesn't give you half a decade in credit, bro. Am I going mad? One FA Cup doesn't give you half a decade in credit. And then, like I keep saying, everyone says, oh, but he's only ever had one bad season. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. If you really want to look at it, and if you really, or if you want to turn it the other way around, he's only ever had 2 good seasons. Unai Emery, who everyone hates, finished in 5th. The season after, when he got sacked, at the time that he got sacked, we was in 7th place. Mikel of Nazareth, your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ Arteta, finished 8th twice and then 5th. And what are we doing? Oh, he took us from the depths of hell. Hold on. We weren't in the depths of hell. We had the likes of Mustafi wearing a do-rag. You're honestly looking at this team and thinking, this is Invincible-esque. This is when, look at this football. How exciting is this? No way on God's green earth. And some people, even Chink said, I kind of like that we're not a pushover. But you're not saying you kind of like the football we play, because there's nothing to like about it. We're literally Stoke 2.0. What is there to like about this football, guys? Semi-final of the Champions League, Thomas Partey is drying the ball. He's drying the ball to throw it long. Drying the ball to throw it long. You see what I'm saying? What are we going to be next season? Because we might even tweak again. We might even tweak again. Chink said he tweaked it from 22, 23. Yeah, he did tweak it, but it's not. I'm saying tweaked. I think tweak is too much of a I don't know if tweak is the right word. Sorry, let me just try and get this stood up a bit better. I don't know if tweak is the right word. It's like he just changed it, bro, because tweak is like, I don't know, you change little things here and there to try and get the best fluidity out of the team. But we've just gone ultra pragmatic. We've gone all the way backwards. We're just a defensive side now. Do you know what I'm saying? We still create chances, I'll give you that, but few and far between. Like in terms of key chances, how many do we create in games? We literally look for throw-ins and corners now. That ain't a lie. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. At least 22, 23, we played good football. We bottled the league. We had an 8-point lead and all that kind of stuff. Bear with me, my broski. But at least we played good football, guys. Do you know what I mean? But here we go, man. First time on intervention. What are you telling me, my brother? Hold on. hold the air horn. What you telling me, bro?
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man? Man, speaking too much truth on a Sunday. It's the
Hey,
gospel.
man, it's meant to be the Lord's Day, isn't it? It's meant to be the Lord's Day, man. You know what I mean? We're just trying to, I don't know, Father's Day as well. So happy Father's Day to you. You know what I
Thank you,
mean?
sir. Thank you,
Of
sir. Thank
course,
you.
of
Appreciate
course.
that. Big
How are
up the
you, man?
views. Big up to the chat. Big up to all the legends. I see why not, Mr. Robo. I see all the legends in the chat. Big up to the man that, yeah, bro. It's like, I never get tired of hearing the truth, innit? We've heard so many lies over the years. When you start getting that dose of truth, you're like, man, give me some more of that. Give me some more of that. Man said winning breeds winning. Who knew?
Who
Yeah.
knew, bro?
Let's
Who
let's
knew?
try some of that. We've been losing long enough. Let's try some. Let's try the winning formula because we know what it looks like.
Oh,
In other words, we know what it looks like. So but yeah, man,
we're
big up.
seeing it regular. We're seeing it regular, my bro. And obviously, I saw all of the news breaking yesterday. We might as well get into a couple of talking points. And before I do, big up Kim Z. I just joined any Gyokeres update. I'm hearing we're using him to get Sesko. Not happy. So we're literally just about to get into that. So big up Kim or Kim's, if that's what it is. Big up Static Views. Keep speaking. Hey, big up, man. Big up. It's me, Everest. Got ya. I searched his name and saw that he's got bare music and vids with OG drillers as well. Rah. Okay.
Oh,
Looks like we're gonna have to do some more searching on Chinks. I've seen him on podcasts. I've seen him doing other stuff, and I've seen him around some faces that I know, but I
mm,
never knew, man. I never knew. The more you know, the more you know.
yeah,
Big up Alvin Tan in the building. I just want to kind of shout out some people before
yeah,
I ask my guest a couple of questions. Big up Dave 55. Hi, you okay? I go live now. He said it was Latimus Prime. Big up, man. Big up Latimus Prime each and every time. Topside
big up.
hybrid, my G. Hope you are well. Hope you are well this morning. Thank you for coming through, man. And thank you for everyone who came over from the Full Irish. Fully appreciate. Hit the like, subscribe. Also, subscribe to my guest, BBK, another Arsenal content creator, spreading the good word that us cultists need to hear because we are the cult.
Yeah,
We are
yeah,
the cult people. We are the small number. Big up Harvey 22. Arsenal need more than a striker. We do. We are going to get onto that. Low fat, Mo Fat. That's a wicked name, man. I don't think I've seen you here before. Unless you guys start getting serious in the transfer market, is City Pool for the title next season. And I was going to, yeah, boom. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So Fabby. He dropped a bomb yesterday on Twitter, if you can even call them bombs anymore, my bro. I don't know what to believe. I don't take everything that he says as gospel, but I do
mm,
tend to think it is a bit more serious when Fabi drops the bomb. His come out. I watched the video. I didn't even. I mean, I saw the tweet that all the United fans were getting upset about, but I actually watched his video and he was saying that the agent of Gyokeres, he has got proof of this agreement for the 60 million euros plus 10 add-ons. What he also says is that even though Man United are calling every day, Arsenal are still very much in the running. We're kind of like the favorites in terms of how far the deal's gone on and things like that. So first, let me kind of get your thoughts on all of the news. Um, and then we can, I don't know, maybe talk about whether you think it's authentic or not, my bro.
yeah. It's Fabrizio has built up quite a bit of credibility over the years, so it's hard to just go against them. But then, sometimes I question. No one is above reproach in these journalistic media, right? Because they know the reaction they can get when they say Arsenal, right?
Facts.
I've seen men that I wouldn't even think make videos about it went live immediately
Immediate.
or recorded immediately. I see men like Turkish.
I'm
You
telling
know,
you, bro.
yeah, like normally he's like very
Sorry.
reserved.
Sorry. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sorry to cut your flow. Do you not think that's right? I said before you got on, my bro, right?
Mm.
If the club just went and done that, do you not think it don't matter what side of the fence you're on, everyone's going to be doing this?
Yeah, bro. Like right before I jumped on, I heard you say we get Gyokeres. You go get a shirt, bro. Yeah, we love PR that the club. This is a great opportunity. What I love about the tweet and what Fabrizio has done, that he has put the pressure or the onus back on the club. Now the club has to react. Like Arsenal, your move, right?
Mm,
We know you need a striker. The two strikers you're linked with divides the fan base. The one that you probably need, the one that bags the fans the net more often, says he wants you. Do you
mm,
want him? Go
mm,
get him. Right? Go get him. Go make a statement. You're a move, Arsenal. I love the pressure that it puts on the club. With all the fog of the transfer hoopla, now Arsenal have to react to this. Now
Right.
they can either do nothing and sit on their hands and watch him end up at Chelsea or end up somewhere else. Because we've seen before, we've been linked with people and they end up at Chelsea, i.e., Fabregas.
Yeah.
Man wanted to come back to Arsenal, and Wenger said, "Nah, you
Nope.
left us and went back to Barcelona." So man goes to Chelsea, wins 2 titles. You know, so we've seen this before. So I love the pressure that it's put on Arsenal Football Club that they have to react. And as long as the fan base continue to mobilize and make noise about this Gyokeres, they might have to listen and do something.
Hold on, because again, that's another angle that I didn't even think of. And this is why we have these interventions. This is why we have the discourse. And this is why, BBK is my bro, because you always have to give people something else to think about. Did anyone think about that? When I saw the tweet, I didn't think, oh, it puts the pressure on Arsenal now. Do you know what I thought? I just thought, oh, same old PR. We've been going, this is going to probably go on for weeks. And this is what I want to ask you as well, because I think they even indicated it's going to go on for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there is evidence and proof of this so-called agreement, I mean, do you think it's going to be one of those kind of long summer transfer sagas? But that's a great point, though. Before you answer, because like I said, that's not what I thought. That's not once did I think, oh, that puts the pressure on Arsenal. And this is why it was great for Chinks to be on yesterday as well, because like I said, when Pep come out and said if I was at any other big club, I would have been sacked. Not once did I think he's dissing Man City. I was just thinking he's taking accountability for himself.
Yeah.
So obviously, say what you was going to say about the Gyokeres thing, and then we can maybe touch on the Pep thing after that.
Yeah, it's probably going to get drawn out a little bit because it's Arsenal, isn't it? Like it's Arsenal, so it's going to get dragged out. Because yesterday I had to do some research into this whole Zubamendi thing and wonder why that's taking so long.
Right.
And then I've come to hear and identify that it's a matter of Real Sociedad wants the money to be on next year's book, so they're waiting on a certain timeline for the deal to be signed so the money can hit their 2025, 2026 season books. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Business side of it, the formalities has been handled. But the Gyokeres thing, we're the only ones in for Zubamendi. The Real Madrid thing, it's not concrete. We're the only ones in for him. Gyokeres, other clubs actually want him. We cannot drag our feet with this one. Right? We cannot drag our feet because we are in win now mode. We don't have time at Arsenal, right? Liverpool need a striker, and they have time. Arne Slot has bought himself at least 2 years winning the title in his first season. Other club, Pep has credit in the bank.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Other teams have time. We don't have the luxury of time. We cannot drag our feet with this. We have to go in, even if we have to overpay. So be it, because we do it all the time for other shit players. So if you're going to overpay for someone who scored 50 goals last year, the fan base will understand that.
Exactly. It's the more calculated risk. I don't understand what it is, but you've got these people that literally it's like religion. They're making dua every time that Arteta speaks or the club speaks. It's ridiculous, man. But that's it. We are in win now mode, and if anyone thinks we're not, then the only other way we're going to go is backwards. We're starting to see the start of that now, in terms of the points difference. And don't get it twisted. If Liverpool, didn't drag their feet towards the end of the season, it could have been even more. They'd won the league. Do you know what I'm saying? So more great points, man. Very astute as always, my bro. Big up Mr. Battered. He said, I meant watch it on your timeline views, bro. Just the show. Just off the show was sucking off Sesko as the better option. Kepa is the signing of the season contender, and Zubamendi a game changer. This is my point, bro. This is my point. Now, look, with Zubamendi, right? Obviously, he is a name in football. He is someone that I knew about. He is someone that I'd seen a couple of times. So it's not like I'm sitting there saying, oh, for fuck's sake, why are we doing this? I'm just sitting there saying, why are we going to get a mini fridge when our team's full of fridges? Like, we need attackers. Like, we're crackhead in the 80s. We ain't got no teeth. We need to fix up front. But again, the first people coming through the door is a fridge and a goalkeeper. So again, it's, Mr. Pragmatic, Mr. Anti-football is at it again. So of course, that's going to leave a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. However, the reason why I do talk about Zubamendi is just to point out the fact that weren't this done? We announced him like 5 times or whatever. I don't even know. That's a bit of an exaggeration. I think it was twice, but we've announced it. It's all done. It's here we goes. And here we are. So, and I think BBK hit the nail on the head. We're just doing our best impression of the Good Samaritans again. Or Sociedad need money on their books at a certain time. We're happy to pay more money than the release clause so we can pay it off in installments. I mean, I'm pretty much just mirroring what you said, my bro. But let me ask you about those Pep comments, because like I said, man, you just gave me a different angle. on the Fab tweet.
Mhm.
Brilliant, love it. Chinks gave me a different angle on what Pep said yesterday about being sacked if he was at Spain, or sorry, Barca or Madrid or Munich or whatever. Did so? Would you have? Was your first thought to think maybe he's putting down Man City or?
No, so I haven't even heard the comments or the context surrounding it. What Pep said. But what did he say about him
Um,
being sacked? He was.
literally saw it on X. So basically, it was just like a tweet. He was getting asked about the season, and he was saying, "Listen, if I had this season at Barca or Madrid, they would have sacked me." He didn't
Mm,
think he meant
okay.
Man City. So I'm sitting there looking at that, saying, "Look, Pepper's got standards." Even the last time when they asked him, "Oh, you guys could still finish second above Arsenal. You're in the FA Cup final. So even after your poor start to the season, do you think you've turned it around?" And Pep's like, "We're miles behind Liverpool." No, I don't.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm looking at like that as standards, but other people might be looking at it like he's putting Man City down. But I
yeah.
never once thought that. So I
Yeah.
just want to get someone else's point of
Mhm.
view on it, my bro.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on stream saying, and it's not a diss at Man City. When I go up and down the top six clubs, I think I say about City, might be a little jab in there, but I say Man City and Pep is the only coach that's bigger than the team that he coaches, right? I'm like, so he has a certain level of respect at Man City because he's bigger than the club, and that's not a dig at Man City. But if you think about it, historically, Pep got sacked didn't get sacked. He stepped down, or code word for sacked, in Barcelona in 2012 when they lost La Liga to Real
Mm,
Madrid and Jose Mourinho,
mm,
and that's after winning three in a row. Right, they won three La Ligas in a row, lost one to Jose Mourinho, and he had to step down. We've seen Xabi win La Liga and is sacked, and he's an actual legend of the club. Both of them are.
legend of the club,
So
yeah.
he wasn't lying. He is saying like in Spain, probably would have been sacked, but at City they had success with Pellegrini and Mancini before I got here. But the dominance that he has shown over the past 10 years or past 8 9 years that he's been there has been unprecedented. I mean, there's
Facts.
a reason no one's ever done 4 titles in a row. Now
Mm,
they sit at the treble table and all this stuff. I think it's a fair assessment. Now, I don't even think that was a diss against Man City. He is, fair assessment of a man who's honest enough and he's unsackable at City unless he commits a crime, right? He
yeah,
knows he has that club in the palm of his hand. So yeah,
yeah,
but I don't think it's a diss. No, not
yeah,
one.
man. Yeah, man. The same. But like I said, I always kind of want to bring new angles to the table,
Yeah.
especially things that I never thought about. The same way you've just said that it
Mm,
actually now puts pressure on the club. That's not what I thought. I just thought, here goes Fabio again.
yeah,
We all content creators. We need stories. We all do. So that's the kind of first thing I thought. So
yeah.
always good to hear new viewpoints on
And
these
and
things.
again, this is the first time that they went trophyless. Like we've seen Carlo, who sits at the GOAT table of coaches, trophyless, gone.
Mm,
So
mm.
I mean, that's just how it
Great
is in
point. Great, but
clubs.
Conte as well, won
Yep.
Serie A, gone.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, Inzaghi,
Sagi.
obviously,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So
One
this is
season trophyless and actual club legends and great coaches gone. 5 years trophyless. Five.
and certain Arsenal fans want to say, "Oh, look at how we've been 3
Yeah.
seconds. And look at how Man United's been. They've been to 5 finals in the last
Yeah.
5 years. Do you know what I'm
And
saying? They've actually won two of them. Do you know?
yeah. Yeah, and
What
the
have
thing
we
with
been doing?
Arsenal fans, yeah, sorry to cut you. This
No,
thing
no,
with
no.
Arsenal fans, it's like if you ask most of them about, okay, do you think Inzaghi should have been sacked? Yeah, man, he should have been sacked. He lost 5-0 in the final. And you ask them about Carlo, they would say that he should have been sacked. It seems as if they have standards for every other club and every other manager except for ours.
Facts,
You notice that how they put standards on other people's clubs,
of
but
course.
when it comes to us, we want to apply context.
We were talking about it yesterday, BBK, especially
Mhm.
like giving examples of like Robbie Lau coming out
Mm,
saying that it's not good enough for Gareth Southgate. So where's the same energy for
right.
Arteta? You love Andre Alberta because he's the best in class. Where's the same energy for the manager? And they come out and say it. I've even heard them talking about Ange, 22
Mhm.
losses in the league, and that is sacrilege. Don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
he's actually won something. So
Yeah,
who are you guys to say anything? Where's the same energy? So you're absolutely right. What a great point that was. Let me just big up Hyper Protagonist. Thank you for joining
big
in,
up,
brother.
big up,
Big up,
hype.
man. Smash the likes for me, guys. The numbers are going up and down, but all the people that stay, you mean the world to me. Hit the like, it's free. On the way in or on the way out. Big up Harvey22 saying facts. Big up Why Not? Finally got to you, my guy. Big up views. Hope you are well today. Boston is in the building. Unai bottled glory in Baku. One game. Just like what they wanted to do with Inzaghi. He lost 5-0 in the Champions League final. So all of a sudden he's a bad coach. Like,
Mm.
come on. And what has Arteta done, bro? You like always have the same energy for Unai, bruv, and act like Arteta is Jesus. Like 5 years ago, he came with a loaf of bread, and we're still eating that loaf of bread now. We ain't. Please,
And
guys.
Boston. Let's context, since we like to apply context when it suits us. That was Unai Emery's first crack at the Europa League. He only had one. He only had one shot at it, and we went to the final with Iwobi and Bellerin and Mkhitaryan. Matter of fact, Mkhitaryan didn't even play in the final because of political reasons, right? He didn't have to. He didn't even travel to Azerbaijan. He couldn't go, and he was one of our best creative players that season. So
So we
if you
probably
look
could
at
have
the
won
squad,
it.
getting to that final was I don't know how he did it, but he had one crack at it. Arteta had three and never got to a final. For context, but big up to Boston
Of course,
still.
of course, of course. And like I keep saying over here, we're not an echo chamber. We do definitely want a difference in opinion if you've got one. And we will talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We will talk about it. And if there's valid points, there's valid points. At the end of the day, it's a valid point that Mikel Arteta's name was attached to Arsenal when we won the FA Cup. But that was half a decade ago, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Pep has done a four-peat. And the season after, when he ain't won nothing for the first time in nearly as much time as Arteta's been at our club, he's
Mm-hmm.
actually coming out and being accountable. And that's what I
Yep.
was saying to Chinks. We only hear words from you. In a way, you are like the information god at Arsenal, right? So when you come out and talk, be careful with your words. If you don't want to say, be excited, we're going for everything, then just say, we didn't quite get there this year, guys. We're sorry. There's things that we can all do better. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
go again next year. Just like when we lost the league 2 points to City, and he came out and said, look, second ain't good. He didn't say we're shit. He didn't say that. He said second ain't good enough. Feel the
Yep.
pain. We're going to go again next year. And I was riding with him. I'm like, yes, this is it. Michael Jackson, the third season now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like his final tour, he called it This Is It. That's why I
Yeah.
always use that reference. I'm like, this is it. The third time lucky. And then we have Moreno, Meg the Sterling, Calafiori, do you know, a goalkeeper that can't even play. Like it, do you know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is use your words carefully. Don't keep telling me I've got goosebumps about the transfer window.
Ooh, speak on it.
Because that was only weeks ago. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's use your words carefully. Because
Mm-hmm.
now you're saying that I'm expecting goosebumps. And if you're rocking up with Kepa, I'm sorry, but there ain't no goosebumps, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, man. Let me get to a couple more of these comments and then I'll get you back in, my guy. Why not Mustafi in a do-rag was elite? Come on, bro. People acting like it was hell, bro. I know it wasn't great. I'm not saying it was, but people literally act like, Mikel Arteta died and then a few days later he came back again. And it's, bruv, it's not that, bro. It really ain't. Big up Mr. Robbo. Make sure you're subscribing to the broski as well. I'm pretty sure you guys are doing a collab soon, right?
Yeah, we'll link up this week. Just have to
Yeah,
work out
man.
it.
I'm happy that's going on as well. So make sure you tune in for that, guys. Tweet or ruined it. Exactly. Because a tweet's meant to just kind of, I don't know, streamline something to keep the fluidity. We've just gone backward, like, you put handbrake on, we just gone hard reverse. Do you know what I mean? That's how it feels. That's how it feels. Why not saying Unai didn't bottle Baku, the players did? Well, because, and we were speaking about it yesterday, BBK, because obviously Chinks was saying, where's the same energy? Because obviously if Arteta he was trying to say that whenever he does something wrong, we're all on him, but whenever he does something right, we're not. But we have the same argument. Whenever we lose a game, it's never his fault. Whenever we win a game, it's never the players, it's always the genius of Arteta. Is that
Mm-hmm.
something you've noticed, or am I going mad?
Oh yeah, nah. When we beat Real Madrid 5-1 over two legs, or when we beat Man City 5-1 at the Emirates, it's Lord Mikel. When we beat Leicester 2-0 when Moreno scores and he goes up front, oh, what a tweak, what a genius. But he gets none of the blame when we lose 1-0 to West Ham, or it's a mad one, right?
It's a mad one. He don't get, no one points the light on him when
Mhm.
in that title running you're putting Kai back into the midfield where you see it, you saw it weren't working. I'm pretty sure that Villa game Party might have been at right back as well, if my memory serves me correct.
He was
That
on the
is
bench. He was on the bench.
on
Didn't
the
even
bench.
start.
There
Yep.
you go. There you go. So it's like when you're doing things like that, that's why I'm looking at you now. I can't even be too upset with the Cronkies because these men are in Hawaii, these men are drinking cocktails, they don't care. They've just, yeah, exactly, big up. And they just left Arteta to it. So now I'm looking at you, bro. It's not the Cronkies that we get to 2-2 at Anfield and then you're bringing on two defenders. It's not the Cronkies making you do that, bro. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's not in games where we're 1-1 against Fulham at home or wherever we was, and you're doing like for like. We need to chase the game. It's not the Cronkies telling you to make Ethan Wanyeri a pariah.
yeah. And the
You know
thing
what I
is,
mean?
if Arteta was consistently getting to finals, the energy would be different. Because you
Oh,
get to a final, you can win it. But get there. But
at
get
least
there,
we'll
bro.
have the
Like,
runners up medal, BBK. At
yeah,
least we'll have something to hold on to.
yeah. Get us to the final, bro, and we have us a shot. You got to Newcastle semifinal and went out 4-0. The other cups, Southampton, Nottingham Forest, nah, bro. If he was getting to finals, I promise you, I'm not just saying this because it's Monday morning quarterback or hindsight 2020. If he was consistently getting to finals, I guarantee you the energy of the fan base would be different because then we could actually believe.
Well, there
But
you go.
he
And
get
because
there.
people always want to do the comparisons with Klopp.
Mhm.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Oh, it took him a few seasons. He was getting to finals in that time. Do you
Yep.
understand what I'm saying? They're narrowly losing and things like that. They were getting there. They have got runners up medals. So whatever medal they have is more than your three-peat of seconds that the top gooners want to keep going on about. There's nothing in our hand. There's nothing that we can point back on and say we was there. Do you know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
the point, man. Big up, it's me, Everest, bigging up BBK.
Big up, Everest.
Big up, man. Boston, he changed it because he couldn't get the signings he wanted. Imagine if Edu was able to negotiate Rafinha playing time. We were gonna sign him on loan last summer. I mean, why do you think Edu left though, Boston? Why is there always an excuse for this manager? Why is nothing ever his fault? Why does he never come out and say, you know what, I got it wrong this year. I'll do better next year. I'd much rather hear that and I'll
Yep.
back that than hear, oh, we won it on XG. We was the bet. Like this guy's embarrassing. He's an embarrassment.
Mhm.
Oh, well, what do you think of that comment there, BBK?
Yeah, it's moving the goalpost for him, and that's when it suits us. The thing about Arteta is we don't even have to speculate about certain things anymore. We have enough data on him, enough word on it. We can use his own words against him,
Right,
right? Make it hurt, guys. Second isn't good enough.
right.
The air in the ball, community shields and trophies. These are his words, right?
His
Like
words.
no fan on the other side of the fence who disagree with what we're saying can say, "Oh, you made that up." These are his words and his
His
actions
words.
that we're using against him because he'll say one thing and go do something else. The man is a walking contradiction.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like this bro. Edu left. Okay, he's gone. But guess what? Edu doesn't score goals, right? He
mm.
doesn't score goals. Berta doesn't score goals, does he? But he's gonna have to sign a player that who does. You know what I mean? Edu
What
didn't team.
talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Edu don't pick the team. Edu don't make the subs. Yeah,
Yep.
Edu don't coach these guys. Look at what Slot's done. Competent coach. You know what
Mhm.
he's done? He's come in and got an extra 5 to 10% out of the players, and that was enough for them
Yep.
to be competent enough to go on and win the league this year. So please, man, that's all it is. I'd rather him just come out and say, you know what? Even if he came out and told me I was traumatized by 22, 23. You know what I mean? Tell me something like that. At least I can get with it, bro. At
Yeah.
least I can get with it and say, well, I understand it. Maybe it's not great. Maybe we're gonna have to work on changing that, but at least I understand where it's coming from. When you keep telling me it's never my fault, we won
Mhm.
it on XG, we were the best team. Look at all the injuries. This is, bro. This is your making. This is
Yeah.
your making, brother. Yeah, they
And
got
it would,
loads.
yeah.
Go on, sir, go on, go on,
No,
John. Go on.
it would definitely be relatable if you said he was traumatized by 22, 23. Because guess what? A lot of the fans were traumatized by it.
We understand. We can
A
relate.
lot of
You know
us
what I
were.
mean?
'Cause, yeah, we got
Yeah.
pulled in. We got
We
pulled into a title race, and everyone was behind the team, and the Emirates was happy, and North London Forever was the national anthem, and everyone was just. So yeah, the
Hey.
fans were traumatized by it. We're human beings, isn't it? You
We
know what I mean?
really was, bro. And even last season, not the season just finished, but 23, 24. And obviously, Chinks was saying, we started the season slow and then built up. I'm not giving him the credit for that because that's not what I saw. I saw that we had a change up in form. We still
Mhm,
remembered how to play football a little bit when we came back from Dubai. But if you remember, bro, we had a very good January. After that, we kind of went back to like winning by a goal or two, you
mhm, the
know,
run in. Yeah.
yeah, the running, scraping draws and things like that. It wasn't like we was balling out from we got back from Dubai all the way to the end of the season. However, what I saw even in that little period, shits all over what we've seen this season.
Yep.
Surely, everyone can realize, hold on, something ain't right. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's some regression here. Surely, you know. Um, But yeah, big up Low Fat Mo Fat. He's saying happy Father's Day, chaps. Big yourself up, man. Big up all the fathers out there. Big up my pups in heaven. Happy, heavy, heavenly Father's Day to him. And that's what I'm trying to say. And from before he died, like about a year or two before he died, we were talking about the Arsenal, and he was
Mhm.
stressing to me, am I ever gonna see my club do anything in Europe, son? And lo and
Wow.
behold, he never got to. And I
Yeah.
want to say that because there is people out there. I ain't looking sympathy. I'm just saying that there's
Gotcha.
people out there that really love this club. When
Hmm.
he got buried, all of the Arsenal stuff went with him. He never got to see this club do anything in Europe. Hold on, Tottenham
Damn.
done something in Europe this season,
Hmm.
huh? Like these are sackable offenses, guys. If you're from my era, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Big up, why not? He's saying big up Everest, Harvey 22. Surely, if Arteta don't win anything this year, he's got to go. Well, this is what I want to talk about, guys, because BBK's obviously mentioned moving the goalposts and stuff like that. I mean, what is it gonna take? I've asked this a million times, but obviously, when I've got someone new on, I want to hear your insights, man. So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think? Because who told me, was it Ladamus? Ladamus reckons he might get, I think it was Ladamus, or someone told me he might get his whole contract, bro. No, I think it was Sard. It was Sard's football corner. Big up Sard on Under the Lens. He said, bro, be prepared. He might get his whole contract. I mean, what do you think about that first and foremost? And then what do you think it's gonna take for any change or for this club to want to do anything different?
Yeah, and big up Harvey, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. That he has to go. That's my stance. But I think he could get even more. I think if we have a slow start, he's gone by the international break. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think we're gonna get a striker, whether it's Sesko, who he wants, or Gyokeres, who has now made it a little interesting, at least for Sky Sports and for the YouTube content has made it very interesting.
Right.
After 8 transfer windows or however many that he's had, he is forced to have to sign a striker. So now he will have everything that he needs. And someone put in the comments earlier when they said title next year is City Liverpool title race. So
Mm.
it's like Liverpool and City are looking past us. They're not even looking at Arsenal. They're like, nah,
I
get
was
out.
gonna segue onto
It's
that.
it's
Yeah.
back to 2018, 19. It's back to the big boys.
Yeah.
Little bro, you had your chance, you didn't capitalize. They're looking past us.
It's a
So
fact.
the first international break, as I remind the chat, just in case, there's no September international break now. The FA has changed it. The first international break isn't until October 6th. So we're going to play about 6 or 7 games before we break. If
Mm,
Liverpool and City are 6 for 6 or 7 for 7 and on 20 points, and their separation, because I feel the separation growing in the transfer window.
yeah.
Based
Yeah.
on how they're moving, I feel them pulling away from us already. We haven't kicked the ball yet. So when we start kicking the ball on August 16th or whatever, and we start slow, we start playing uh dross football, and we're
Yeah.
not winning and we're off of it, you can see that the Emirates will get toxic. And we have proven that we can't chase anyone down. For us to win this league title, it has to be fire to
Ooh.
fire. We have to start strong and do a Liverpool and run away.
Ooh.
We can't chase them. We cannot. We don't have the squad to chase down Man City. Let's not lie to ourselves. Right? We have to be right there or leading. If we start slow, I think the Emirates will get toxic, and I
And
think
that's a
we'll.
wonderful point because we started slow this year, didn't we? The season just ended. We never actually got up to any type of pace. We weren't top of the league not once. It weren't a race. And you saw what happened. I mean, I always, because it's like this guy's got so much power, I
Mhm.
can't think of the parallels where he's under pressure. And when I see him, he never looks under pressure. And I'm looking at the Cronky and I'm like, use lot of clowns. Are you not going to do what's necessary to be done? And
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I mean, even look, the media, Paul Merson, they've said it as well. If he's not top by Christmas, DJB, there's
Mhm.
going to be pressure. But I just can't see it yet. I'm hoping that's the case. Not because I desperately want him gone. If he wins me the league next season, he can stay the next season.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. That's the thing. One of two things will happen. One of two things will happen next year. Either he will be gone, or we'll win something. Either one, but one of those will happen.
Right.
Yeah. So
Because it
that's
can't be another season of winning nothing.
no.
And let me ask you this: with how things are going now, do you think it's going to be? I agree. City Pool, that's what they call it. City Pool is back. Yeah,
Mhm.
100%. They're moving like serious clubs. We're not. They got the big boy pants on. We haven't. Where does that then leave us? Because some people I've spoken to are like, "No, we're the best of the rest. We'll probably be third." Like, whereas for me, I
Mhm.
feel like, especially if we don't do anything in this window of note, it's looking top 6, top 5, and I don't know if the 5 teams getting the champs next year. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but it's looking a bit spooky in my opinion. So let me get yours, please, bro.
Yeah, it leaves us with the cups. It leaves us with the Carabao and the FA Cup in Champions League. And this might not agree with this. That's fine. The chat might not agree with this, but I don't think a Carabao or a FA Cup is enough to keep him.
Is both of them enough to keep him?
Yes. Yes. If he does a domestic double, I can hear it. Or if he wins the Champions League, I can hear it. But 5 years in, nah, bro, you have to do
Just
better
one
than that.
cup is not
Yeah.
enough.
No.
It's not enough. It will be enough for some people, and don't get me wrong, we'd all be at the parade. But listen, you're gonna do me a cup double, and then I ain't got no qualms.
It's not enough. It would have been enough for Slot. Say Slot came in last year, didn't spend any money. You know, new league, never managed in the Premier League before. You win a Carabao, cool, fair play. You're building something. But Arsenal, but your Arteta, you've been here, you've built a squad where people are saying that you must challenge, you must, and the best you can do is a EFL.
Yeah, no, one is definitely not enough.
Yeah.
2, I think would probably do it. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, because I've always said it. I just want to win stuff because winning breeds winning. Even the season just gone, I was at Wembley doing the work for the flipping final. I desperately wanted to be there. Like that could have done this year. Certain people said it wouldn't have, but I'm telling you, that would have done this year. So you're absolutely right. He must take these things seriously. And the reason why I asked that is because I do, just like what you said, bro. It's a very, very good point. I already feel like we're falling behind. So that whole fight for the league, I think that's kind of done. And if we don't have a good transfer window, you know, look at it like a race. We're going to be getting left behind. Like we're going to be falling behind the pack. So now I think this transfer window, we need to do good business, statement business to kind of keep us within eye distance of the pack. So that if anything does happen, we might be there to capitalize. But I'm very much with you. I feel like it's only the domestic cups. And for him to actually stay, my opinion is that it needs to be a double. It does.
Yeah, I'm a fair man. You win me a domestic, you win me 2 trophies in a season. I hear it, right? That's the aim of the game still. But I'm going to be a fair person, and it's hard to justify sacking someone when you do a domestic double or you win a Champions League. But
or you win me the league.
Yeah, or you do a craziness like Ange and finish, you know, win the Champions League, but we're 15th or something. Then you have to go because the precedent has been set. Because we literally have a situation now where Ange won Tottenham a European Cup, sacked the next week, and we went trophyless for the 5th time. And our manager not only is sacked and he's celebrated it or is protected and moving. He's not moving like he's a manager under pressure for me. He's way too comfortable after a 5th consecutive trophyless season. Way too uncomfortable.
Absolutely. And I was going to ask you about that. You know, what did you think of that whole? Because we had like a whole show about it, and I'm just like, because even Chinks is like, oh, he's won you your first thing in 17, and I was like, yeah, I know, but the league form does matter. It's a very, very sticky one for that. I think that's a very, very sticky one because, you know, we're out here cussing our manager because he don't win, and Ange has done something that he couldn't. However, as you said, it's 22 losses in the league. I don't think I've seen any team have 22 losses in the league. Southampton 22 losses in the league.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if they did.
I think they did.
I think they're probably the only one.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like they're getting close to that type of form, man.
Yeah, they had 30. They had 30 losses.
Let me shush. I'm never wrong on strong guys, but I was just trying to kind of make you guys know the scope that we're talking about. Because there was only 8 losses off Southampton, and I've said plenty of times if those teams were any stronger this year, then even United might have been in trouble in certain. But yeah, man, that's it's a very weird and sticky situation with Ange, man, because it looked like the players actually liked him as well. Because this is the first time they've actually come out and publicly backed him after he got sacked, which I thought was a bit weird to begin with. But it looked like the players liked him. Certain of the Spurs fans that were umming and ahhing about whether he should get sacked before the game were kind of firmly on the no, we'll keep him, he's just won us something. So what were your thoughts on it? Because it's just weird, isn't it? It's just very, very weird.
Yeah, well, it's a very sticky one. I hear it. This is a conversation that has a lot of nuance and there's no black and white with this one. This is one you have to like actually debate and talk out, right? And one of the takeaways that I get from it with Daniel Levy is like, it's not about the trophies for you, is it, bro? It's not. That's my biggest takeaway, because if he finished 8th and no trophy, you keep him. If he finished 6th and no trophy, you keep him.
Keep
But
him.
he wins you. But because you finish so far down the table, and this is what I've learned about the Premier League. When you finish that far down the table, your coefficient goes down for the next season about the amount of primetime games that you get. So when the
Ooh,
season comes out
ooh.
on Tuesday or when on the schedule on
Yep.
Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever the schedule comes, you will see that Tottenham they'll have a lot of 3 o'clock kick. They won't have a lot of primetime kickoffs, and that's important, Daniel Levy, because that's how he builds his brand, right? He builds, and he knows he's a very good businessman, bro. We know that
Sure.
he's a very good businessman
He's a
because
hustler, yeah.
yeah, so the 22 losses, it's an eyesore for me. I get it. I absolutely get it, and I hear it. But I would have. This is the thing. When Thomas Frank this year finishes 6th or 7th, or say he does 6th or 7th, or in a Champions League spot with no trophy,
It's gonna look like
he's safe. He's not gonna get sacked. So the biggest takeaway that I take from it is like, Danny, it wasn't about the trophy for you, bro. It was about your league form, your league position, and maintaining Tottenham as a top 6 side. It was never about the trophy because what you do in the cups has no bearing on the Premier League's coefficient. The Premier League wants, the top teams in their primetime games. So Tottenham won't get a lot of primetime games this season coming up, and it bothers him.
yeah. What a
You know?
great point. What a great point. And big up Latimus as well, because he also brought to like about Chelsea and where they finish is important because they still haven't got a sponsor on their shirt and things like that. So yeah, very very well said and very astute as always. I expect nothing less. And there you go, people. A little bit more food for thought. All of the context police. There you go. Big up Dre. He said, I don't care when Arsenal start to make a move to bring in players. The question is, are they going to be good enough to help us get over the line in any competition? That's a good question. I mean, like I said, it really does depend on what we do. How we're moving at the moment doesn't fill me with confidence. How we're moving at the moment, I've taken the A off of Bert's name. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you need to earn that back, my brother. And I'm not looking. I mean, how are you feel? Because I mean, look, deluded, a gal. Look, people are telling us to calmer, be calm. As an Arsenal fan, my bro, especially from where you are as well, it's always good to get stateside perspective. How are you feeling? Are they right to say be calm?
No, bro. We can't be calm. The PTSD. That's the thing. They want us to be calm, but everything isn't for everybody. Like Liverpool won the league and they're not calm. They went out and signed the biggest attacking midfielder on the planet, or that's available right now. How calm is that? Yeah. And that could have been a complicated signing, but they got that over the line in less than 2 weeks from the transfer window opening.
Ooh, and how long is it going to take us to do Gyokeres? Sorry,
right. You know what I mean? And Man City have signed 4 or 5 players. They're about to use this tournament as a preseason to embed their new players that they have, and they could possibly win it. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal, we don't, and I agree with Dre's comment about are the players good enough, because that's the thing. We don't need a big window. We need the right window. But because we can get a big window and go sign another center back or a big name midfielder, but we need a striker. Like Liverpool knows that at some point Mo Salah won't be able to give them 20 assists or however many assists. So what do? You go get the guy who creates the most assists in the Bundesliga, right? Or City, you go get one of the Serie A's one of the top 2 midfielders in Reinders. That's what you go get. So if you're Arsenal and you can't score goals, go get the guy who scored the most goals last year in X League in Y League.
Bundesliga.
You know what I mean? But when you're in love with Sesko, who scored 13 Bundesliga goals, you apply Premier League tax to that. That's about 8 to 10 goals. That's Kai Havertz numbers. So when people tell me about him being, his hold up play, it's this, it's that, but we already have that.
That's Kai Havertz. We need something different. Don't we need something different? A moment's player.
Yeah. Stop me if you heard that we had Jesus. Is on the ball play. He doesn't score enough goals. We know what we need. We have enough good movement in the box. We have enough hold-up play. We need someone who can pick the ball up, shift it onto his foot, and rifle it from 18 yards out.
Callas, Adriano in Pro Evolution settings, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we got people out here talking about how high the guy can jump. Is this a basketball film, bro? Do you know, like, what are we doing? Like, he's not a kangaroo, brother. Oh, but Gyokeres don't score headers. But Gyokeres didn't score 20 goals in the championship. Do you know how hard the championship is? And he scored 17. He's actually had how many, what, I don't know, 2 seasons in the championship, 2 seasons in Lisbon, where he's been winning, 6 goals in 8 appearances in the Champions League. He scores goals for Sweden. Like, this makes too much sense. And then you've got Arsenal fans trying to talk it down. That's the thing that really gets on my nerves. We're just gonna get the new Darwin Núñez. It's like, how are you, like, do you lot know that football is not in the same state that it was? People like Gyokeres are looked at like the best strikers or in that bracket, because the bracket is no longer there. There is no, the football isn't what it was. It's like people can't move on from that. Do you know what I mean? So when you're looking at the pool of strikers now, I'm sorry, how are you never gonna have Gyokeres in there? You're gonna, just like Oshie, just like Kane, just like whoever, Martinez, just like, I don't know who, what I'm talking, Haaland, Salah, even though he ain't a striker, because the level and the pool is so small. But yet these guys want to again go and get a 21-year-old, go and get someone who didn't even set the Bundesliga alight. And like I always say, don't get this as Sesko slander, because I don't hate the guy. I don't even think he's a bad player. But when you're trying to poo-poo Gyokeres, which is another market opportunity, because we missed out on Marmoush, who I knew about 2 years ago. We missed out on Kvaratskhelia, who I knew about. If I know about these guys, how do you not?
Yeah.
And then BBK, they try and pull on the heartstrings and say, we don't want to do another Isak. It's like, when people think that these guys don't know what's going on, or they ain't got their finger on the post, they have. And you're trying to, we don't want to do another Isak. Go and get fucking Gyokeres then, bro. Go and get his strike partner for Sweden.
Yeah. So the thing about Gyokeres is, I hear it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like there is not Portuguese La Liga tax. There's tax on that league as well. But we're going to apply Bundesliga tax, because we've seen Kai Havertz light up Leverkusen and come to the Premier and can't do anything. So let's not pretend like the German league is better than the Portuguese La Liga. I agree. I hear that, but it's not as hard as the Premier League. So I'll apply the same consistency with Gyokeres. However, if scoring 33 Portuguese La Liga goals was so easy, how come every other striker didn't do it? The next closest one was 19. So he was clear.
Yeah, sorry.
You know what I mean? He was clear of everyone. And if he wasn't doing it in the Portuguese La Liga, then we'd be like, nah, bro, he can't even score goals in that league. But he's doing it because he's supposed to. So let's put some tax on those 39 goals that he scored in Portugal. And you apply Premier League tax to that, to 39. It brings it down to what, 20, 22? Okay, cool. That wins us the league, bro. That converts those draws into wins.
Oh my God. Again, wonderfully put. And this is what I got fed up. Someone saying he scored 18 pens. You go and check the thing. He scored 12 pens. It's like, why do you guys... And how many pens have we missed? Even this season, important pens. Saka, Odegaard. Like, don't take the piss, bro. Like, it's part of being a striker, bro. He scored these pens. He can't score with his head. What are we, Stoke? We need something different. We've got Havertz, we've got Moreno. These guys can score with their head. No, they're supposed to be able to. Yeah, as you said, we've got the ball playing forward in Jesus. We need something different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'll bring you back in. I always talk about calculated risk. There's no one that can tell me logically that Sesko is the better way to go at this point in time. And it's not me slandering Sesko. As BBK said right at the start, we're in win now mode. We need statements. Don't you want to sell shirts? Big up Jamie Phillips, though, he's saying big up, guys. Sorry, you was going to come in with something, bro?
Yeah, well, the penalty argument, like, bro, you score 18 pens or however many it was, bro. Like, the more you take, the more the chances of you going to miss them. You have to, I mean, what are you supposed to miss them? Don't forget that we got knocked out of the FA Cup to penalties. You know what I'm saying? So we need a striker who can take better penalties.
Penalty in that game, your favorite captain. Do you know what I mean? 10-man United. So, great point, man. I hate hearing. I hate when I just see people trying to poo-poo him because the club looks like they're more interested in Sesko. That's what really gets on my nerves, because it's like, are you using your eyes? People try and have that same argument. Oh, but look at Isak. He weren't scoring loads of goals at Sociedad, but I watched him though. I've got eyes, bro. If I'm looking at a little Thierry Henry regen, like my eyes are telling me that he's good. When I look at Sesko, I'm saying, there's potential there, but you're not setting the world alight, bro. You're not doing Yamal things. You're not doing Pedri things. You're not. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, and also BBK, there's not enough sample size. Every time I try and watch a compilation, it's the same goals because there's not enough sample size. But people are trying to poo-poo Gyokeres. It's for me, it's just crazy, man. I mean, what do you think about that kind of particular angle? Because the club's interested in Sesko, you're now trying to justify. you
No.
know, I don't know, man. I don't
And
know.
big
They're
up to
trying to
Mr. Robo because he called this. He called this on one of his shows, and he invited me to go watch some of the compilations that you're talking about that they were going to make. And I went and watched them, and I was like, you know, bro, they are really, yeah. Our fan base is different, you know. Our fan base
diff-
is different. Like the minute Sesko was the guy, and it was promoted or PR that he was the guy, I immediately knew that we were going to go PR to prop him up and PR to put Gyokeres down, especially when he got linked to Man United.
facts,
You know,
facts.
yeah.
Max, oh my god, just cook it. And you know what our fans are gonna do? The same way they did, David Attenborough. And this season we've turned up with the brand new Calafiori. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? No one was asking for Calafiori, bro. Nobody was asking for Moreno. Now you're talking about it like they're products and Marks and Spencers. He even went on to Deluded Stream and said
Mm,
Arteta had two marquee signings last year
yeah.
in Moreno and Calafiori.
Wow.
Like, what are you lot smoking, man? Like, as you said, this whole prop and then trying to poo-poo the better player to make it look like we're doing the better thing. Like, oh my god. So I just feel like I'm in the upside down, bro. Like every day, the club's just continuing to do the same old things. And also, I want to ask you this: what do you think of that argument? Because I've heard it from lots of people now. But we've never done business fast. But we always do it like this. Is that an excuse to continue down that road of action?
It's a lazy way to go about business. Like whenever I take over a new unit, right, and I'm put in charge of a new maintenance program, and I see the players, I see my employees are doing something wrong, and their excuses or the answer is, "This is how we've always done it." Nah, bro, that's a safety violation. You're gonna get somebody killed, right? So stop it. You know, if it's something that's working and it's within the realm of the boundaries that I've set, cool, I'll leave it. But if you're blatantly doing something wrong and the excuse or your answer is this is how we've always done it, that's not good enough for me. And one of the reasons why we've not historically won as much as we should is because we do this, because we do business poorly. The 2016 season, when we signed no outfield players, we signed Petr Cech.
Petr
So
Cech,
okay, look what happened that season. It wasn't Man United that won the league. It wasn't us. It wasn't City. It wasn't Chelsea that won the league the year before. It was Leicester. All right.
big
So
L's, big L's. Yeah.
So yeah, how we've always done business and historically done business is not an excuse, because look at Chelsea changed their business model when Roman came along. How'd that work out for him? And you can't tell me that sacking managers and hiring managers. Because if you look at Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Chelsea between 2025 and 2005, they are the three most successful clubs, and they hired and fired the most managers. You know how many
And
managers
played
in that period? Three, and we
and
have many.
played FIFA and played Football Manager. That's what they did. Crespo, Veron, players of this ilk. Yes, they really did that. And look what happened. They probably had the best years of their life. And I was saying to Chinks yesterday, because he was even talking about the 115 and stuff like that. I was saying to him, Man City fans don't care. Chelsea fans don't care. You can't take those memories away. And even with all the stuff that's going on in the background, them trophies are probably not going to get stripped from those clubs.
Yeah.
Roman's left Chelsea. Whatever he done, whatever mess he made, and they've still kept all of their stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? They've still got 2 Champions Leagues. Do you think any Chelsea fan cares about that?
Yeah.
Oh, we want to be classy. We don't want to wiggle. We don't want to bend the rules a little bit. And that's a great way you put. Because for me, I think it's just a lazy argument. But we've always done it like that. It's lazy. It's lazy. I'm
And the
going to
thing,
support Tottenham then.
yeah,
Lazy arguments, man. Sorry, go on.
absolutely easy. And then another point of view is that if you look at how Man City is moving, and we can use Man City as a benchmark because they have dominated and showed us what success looks like, right?
Facts.
If you look at Man City and how they're moving, I haven't heard any Man City fans, any of them, with all the players that they're signing, I haven't heard any Man City fans say, "Well, what about Foden's development? Where Foden's going to play?" You
Oh.
notice that? So if we link with a creative midfielder or a white wing or someone, the immediate response is, "Where's Odegaard going to play? Where's Saka going to play?"
Oh my
And
days.
Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne is leaving, so this would be the perfect time for them to hand the keys to their football club to the young prodigal son. He has 4 Premier Leagues, Champions League, PFA Player of the Year. Saka has none of those. None of those accolades. Phil Foden has all of them. But Man City and Pep are like, nope, you had a stinker. Marmouche, come on. Reinders, come on.
Do you think exactly because they have depth? Because
Yep.
you've just been cooking, bro. Because they have depth. They're not worried about what's going to happen. Because you know what? Still sharp and still, people. Yeah,
Yeah.
and nobody, not one person in this club should be comfortable. I
Yeah.
think we might have just got a raid from
Yeah.
someone.
Big up to True Gunner, man.
Big up True A, big up Josh,
Yeah.
man. That's what I'm saying. On Streamlabs, it never comes up with that little white thing to say that you got a raid. So,
Oh,
and
it
because I
doesn't. Oh,
haven't, and because I haven't got to the bloody comments yet, taking all day. But when I have guests on, I want to hear from my guests in it. So
yeah. Big
please
up to the
be,
chat still. Big up to the
yeah,
chat still. I
please.
apologize if
No,
I'm
no, no,
rambling
no,
on.
no. It always happens with me, man. And even when I try and dedicate this show to just the chat, we still
Mhm.
go left. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
let me big up everyone. Let me try and get into this, man. Big up True Guna each and every time. That's the broski. Make sure you're subscribing to him. He's gone, bro. 11K.
Oh, he cooking.
Congratulations on 11K.
Cooking.
He's doing big bits over there. So big up my broski, Josh. Hopefully we'll get onto your channel soon as well. Go and watch his Under the Lens. It was very good as well. Big up, why not? Fabrizio, in my opinion, was working for the club. Well, I mean, we can talk about it. What I do want to do is just try and get through a couple of these chats because there's like 90 odd sitting there. Arsenal need to throw some big ones at Isaac. 130 gets you the quality striker. I mean, listen, we can afford to do it. That's not
Yep.
the problem. It's just that we're never going to do things like that. You might have said that once about Liverpool, and look what they've just gone and done this summer. They
Mhm.
can move differently. They can do something out of the norm, out of what they're not used to, right? And that signifies change. Everyone's going into this season confident. We're all saying it's now Drake settings back to back. That's what
Mhm.
we're talking about now because of how they moved. And one thing I do want to highlight about it as well. Not only does it show ambition, but it shows that they've learned from the last time they won the league in 2020. They didn't
Mhm.
go out the next season and strengthen, but this time they've learned, haven't they?
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
I mean, what do
And
you
they
think
have
of
to.
that, my bro?
Yeah, I think Liverpool has that. That's part of it. All right, learn from your mistakes, especially
Mm.
from a position of strength at the top. And there's this narrative being ran that they only win the league when Man City fall off, right? Because Man City had a bad year in 1920.
Right,
Man City had a bad year, and the
right.
following season, Liverpool came third. I think they got like 69 points in the 2021 season. So for them to rebuff that, they have to defend their title, which they haven't done in the
Mm,
Premier League era. And all
mm,
moves point to that's what we're going to do. If Arne
mm,
Slot
mm.
has earned the trust of the board by walking in and winning the league title in his first goal, he's okay. Give me this, give me that, and see what we can do. Because next year, even if Liverpool don't win the Premier League, look for them to make a lot of noise in the Champions
Oh,
League because that's what they do.
oh. They're gonna be there. They're like they're gonna
Yeah.
be challenging. If City's back, like I said, it's gonna be City pool. We're gonna be, and all I hope is that we don't get left too far behind the pack. That's what
Mhm.
I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do hope. Big up Dre said these top fans think this top one that Arteta is invincible. Are they on spice or what, bro? Like I said, it's like Chinese whispers with the ears, right? But Aaron always says, bigger Aaron talks Arsenal. I might be on there later on as well. He
Mhm.
always says people listen with the eyes. But I also say, cool, that's a great point. But it's also Chinese whispers with the eyes because we're honestly looking at two different things. I look at this team and I'm looking at the cure for insomnia. Other people are looking at this team and they're going every week. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I can't say what's wrong with your eyes. They might say what's wrong with my eyes. Do you understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's very crazy, man. Big up, why not? He said my powder is dry as a nun. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, that made me laugh. I just woke up. Big up Boston. He said sign both, sell Havertz, everyone happy. There you go. I'd
I
be
hear it.
happy.
I
I'd
hear
be
it.
happy with that. But and BBK knows he's dying on this Havertz hill.
Mhm.
And this is the reason why I keep trying to point out that I feel like his agent Arteta, like you are now going against the grain. You're now at detriment to our club because you're doing things that is not enabling us to move forward. Do you know what I mean? The way we play, the
Mhm.
players that we can get in. We could have got Sesko last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're telling him that he's going to play behind Havertz.
Mhm.
Like, so Odegaard, and just like what you said, bro, great point again. We're always talking about, but he ain't gonna play over Odegaard, he ain't gonna play over Saka, and that's very, very true. And now that is at the detriment to Arsenal's progression because everyone needs competition. Everyone needs to know that you're not just gonna play next week if you fuck up. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I'd
Yeah.
love to sign both of them, Boston, but like I said, he's gonna die on this Havertz hill, man. What do you think, BBK?
I think that's the number one reason why he preferred Sesko over Gyokeres,
Mm,
so he
mm,
can have that flexibility to even bench him or play Havertz as his number one striker because he wants to play Havertz. If you sign Gyokeres, hey man, it's like, bro, I scored 50 something goals last year. I'm not sitting behind that guy. He's never scored 20 goals he never scored 20 goals the entire 3 years he was at Chelsea.
yeah.
If you add
Yeah.
them up on aggregate, he never hit 20 goals. So I think that's the number one, because that signing Sesko gives him the power to be able to do that. And
Mm,
Gyökeres might give him pushback if he doesn't start or create this thing.
mm,
Arteta doesn't want anyone that's going to upset his locker room. Emphasis on his locker room, not the players' locker room. Not the players are going to be like, hey, coach, this guy needs to play. See, although this guy, the way we're playing, he needs to play. Now, he doesn't want that. No one, Odegaard is not going to walk up to Arteta and be like, man, you see, I want Gyökeres running on the end of those crosses, man. You need to put him in the game. He's
mm,
not going to do that. It's
mm,
Arteta's team, Arteta's locker room, Arteta's way.
mm.
So the number one reason
Brilliantly
why he
put.
wants this goal.
Brilliantly put. And this is what I try and point out to people. So then when there is market opportunities like a Kvaratskhelia or a Gyokeres or a Marmoush, then we need to be taking it. When there
Mm-hmm.
is an opportunity that you might be able to, Jimmy Rodrigo out of Madrid, probably not, but there might be a shot like, why are we not trying with all of our might? This is my
Yeah.
whole point. This is my whole point because of players like this. Great point there from BBK. Mr. Robo says Fabregas, Modric, Caicedo, and more. Talking about
Mm-hmm.
the Chelsea players,
Yep.
exactly. Why not saying? Well, not too long ago, that chat around Glock 9's name was Abrigado, Portuguese tax. He doesn't fit the system. That's what I'm trying to say. We was saying that they're just trying to poo-poo players to try and prop up Sesko because that's who Arteta fancies, and that's just not logical, guys. It's not. That's not a good way to be in any walk of life. Do you know what I mean? You're just enabling then. But anyway. Robbo saying I would argue that window pretty much is shut for win now, sadly. Yeah. Unless we do a miracle in the window. We are
It
done.
feels
And
that
this
way. It
yeah,
feels that way.
yeah, I mean, you can elaborate. That's what I was gonna say. This is
Yeah.
what it feels like for me. This is why I feel waking up with butterflies, waking up because I feel like we've now missed our chance. We've missed the window, bro. So if we don't do something mad, if we don't do like a catapult, I should say, to get us closer to the pack, we're gonna fall behind, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
us people of us, our volition, or people on our side of the fence are kind of feeling like that. We're getting told to calm down.
Yeah. No, the way the Liverpool fans, and I'm surprisingly quite a few Liverpool fans pop in my chat every now and then. They the way they are moving. I'm surprised they haven't moved a different way. Because they could be bodying and bullying the shit out of us all summer, but the way
Yeah,
they're moving tells me, bro, that they're looking past us.
yeah,
They do not see us as a serious contender, bro. They're like, oh, we're getting ready for the onslaught of Man City, who's signing some very good players, and they're getting their Ballon d'Or midfielder back in their squad. That Man City midfield is going to be very techy this summer. Right?
oh,
Very, very techy. It's
people
going to be
forget.
hard to get the ball off of them. So whenever we play them, the chances that we get will be limited. We need to bag. They're looking past us, bro.
They're
I
looking, yeah.
completely agree with Robot. I feel I did a stream the other day, and I titled the video, I feel the gap widening already between us and them. It's palpable. Like I can feel them pulling away from us
Feel
already.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Yes, I feel it as well, bro. And that's what I'm trying to warn people and tell you're just being negative. What is there to be positive about? Can you not see the change in the wind direction? Because I can, but
Yeah.
these guys can't, bro. So it's crazy. Big up a low fat, mo fat. I love the name, man. Pep
Yeah.
Guardiola has credibility in the bank. Look at his past few. Yeah. Obviously, we've taken time to get there. So I just want to try and flow through a couple of D's. Why not? In my opinion, after working so close to AFTV Turkish, has become impressionable, and that is my opinion. That's fair enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, he does toe the line, but I still feel like he's got some of the old dog in him. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But it's
Yeah.
business. It is business for certain people. It's business for Robbie, but I do say that it's dangerous when the people's got the hearts and the ears of the masses. So it's really important about the message that you put across. If the house is burning down and you're telling people it's not burning down, everyone's dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's the point. Notice that. Hold on, is that a fire in that room? Don't
Mhm.
ignore it. It's not a candle. And this is what these guys do. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up, Mr. Robbo. Why not speaking you up? Robbo's bigging him up. Dappins. Big up, Alvin Tan. Difference is he won stuff. There you go. Then we're talking about Pep. The way I saw Pep's comment was any other club I get sacked for finishing where he did. Instead, City backed him and got him signings. That's another way to look at it. So
Mhm.
he could even been saying, I've actually done bad this year, and City's actually backed me. That's another way to look at it. So we're all about angles over here, you know what I'm saying? And we're all about new information being brought to the table. So he's got the energy back. Yeah. And also BBK, I mean, I don't know if there's ever been a year that he's lost a title and not come back and won it again. I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, maybe
yeah.
there is, but
No, that's true. That's true. He's never gone 2 years.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So it's
historically, the evidence is against us, and we are making it more difficult for ourselves. We're not just swimming upstream; we're swimming upstream with pants on, and Liverpool and
and
City
boots
are in
and
swim
stuff.
gear. They're in speedos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. They
That's
got
why.
flippers and snorkel, and
Yeah,
we're wearing Timberlands. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's crazy, bro. Big up low fat, Mo fat, 16/17 first season.
yeah.
Pep
That was his
point
first season.
trophies. That was his first season at City, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go. And Arteta lost to Emery on the way, bro. I mean, listen, we don't even need to go into that. I think those comparisons are out of order. You're disrespecting Emery a little bit. Big up the broski Shane. He's saying Tyron the legend. Come on, bro.
big
Come
up,
on, bro.
Shane.
Big up for the redirect earlier. We are going to be redirecting you to the weekend roast.
He's doing
Even
the weekend roast today. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
bro. So even if we do finish before 3:30, we'll send you over there. Go and get your early likes. Go and get your comments in quickly, and make sure you subscribe to the broski. And let me big up True Gooner as well. Big up
Yeah,
Josh for
man.
the
Big up to True Gooner,
yeah,
man.
not everyone stayed, but I appreciate it anyway. Big up all the people that have stayed. If you're new around here, please hit the like button, subscribe to my guest BBK as well, another good Arsenal content creator in these YouTube streets. And we need people like him, we need people like Shane. So go
Big
and
up.
show the love, people. Don't be pagans in it. And I want to see minimum 30 likes. Let's see if we can get to 40 by the time the stream is done. Big up, why not Pep is Pep? He is the bar. Yeah, BBK pretty much agreed and said that. I agree partly with BBK. Yes, Pep was telling the truth from his experience and knowledge. Carlo won 2 trophies this year, and uh, was that tilts? I don't know if that was a typo. And still sacked. Yeah, managers from La Liga. That's what I'm trying to say. Conte sacked. You know, Inzaghi, one bad defeat, sacked. You know, he was a winner for his team. You know, Ange sacked. He's a winner. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. So in Europe, the bar is generally higher. In England, the
Hmm.
bar has been set high by certain teams, but
Yep.
we've still got this whole sentimental, we love them like family, that kind of thing. That's what I feel like, what we've got over here. Why not saying a long list? Yeah, I totally get it. Big up Mr. Battered, Miguel Jackson. You want to know something? Yeah, I will save the world. He'll heal the world. Heal the world. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it. Make it a better place. And we go. Yeah, we don't even want to go in there. We don't need. But
Oh
what we
man.
need to do, though, guys, this is what we do need to do, right? We do because we know that Jacko still lives. We know that Jacko still lives, but we need to get proof of life for
Yeah.
Bubbles. We need to get proof of life. We don't know if Bubbles is still alive. Do you know what I mean? We might have to call the RSPCA because he's from Canada, but he lives in England now. And big him up. You know what I mean? Like we're not wishing bad things to happen on him, but we do need to make sure that Bubbles is okay
Yeah.
because Jacko still lives. People, Jacko
Facts.
still lives. Uh, big up, Mister Bat. Allow it, allow it, allow it. It's crazy. It's
That is
crazy.
legendary, you know.
It's gone mad, isn't it? It's gone mad. And big up Shane Gooner, man, because you know what I mean. He took it to the masses, you know what I mean, and it's gone crazy. So we got to big him up for that. Big up Kim Z. What do you guys see us signing? I see it begin an underwhelming window, but our fans will gas up Sesko type of signings. Yeah, I think we've kind of touched on that a little bit. But yeah, I suppose we might as well. It is a question, and we do answer questions over here. So BBK, man, what do you think's gonna happen? You know, who do you think's gonna come through the door? You know, talk to us, bro. Talk to us.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be, it's gonna be Kepa Zubamendi and one or the other two. And I'm inclined to believe it's gonna be Sesko. It's gonna be who Arteta wants because I was watching Sky Sports like 2 or 3 days ago, and the
Yep.
Sky Sports journal. It was an article that they were reading off. A dude came and put his face to the name and to the comment. He said, "I know on heavy authority that Arteta has a heavy hand." Quote. Those was his words. Heavy hand in recruitment. Pretty much translation. Arteta gets the players that Arteta wants. So it's gonna be Zubimendi. It's gonna be, Kepa, and it's gonna be Sesko, and that's gonna be it. That is going to be. He loves the players that he has, and he's going to
Oh,
come on the press conference. I love my players. This and that. Kai Havertz has transformed his body. He looks great,
oh my
and
God.
and and no one is going to press him. No one in that press conference is going to press him and be like, "Bro, so this is what you had goosebumps about.
This is
This is
what
what
you
you
had
said." Yeah,
goosebumps. That's what I'm trying to say. As Shane says, for this chewed toffee, bro. Like we're all looking at the prom queen, and you've turned up with Harry Plopper. Do you know what I mean?
mhm.
And this is what you've got goosebumps. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
That's what it was. No one's going to press him on that. No one, because there's no accountability at Arsenal, man. And if accountability is chasing Arteta, he's faster, and he's
Yeah,
getting away from it.
yeah,
He's running away
yeah.
from it, bro.
And he's dying on this hill, and that's what I try to say. So now I'm looking beyond you, the same way Liverpool and City are looking beyond Arsenal. I'm looking beyond Arteta. If you're the
Hmm.
guy that wins us something next year, cool, great. But we
Yeah.
have to now start building for the future. Too much of your signings is why we're in this situation. And is that going to be enough, BBK? Because 3 players is not enough. We know that players are going to be leaving this season. Yeah, we've
Hmm.
already had a bad season in terms of squad depth. So again, we're going to be going into the season underprepared. I mean, is
Hmm.
this good enough, bro?
Yeah, it's not. It's not, and the fans are not going to accept. The fans want to compete on all fronts,
Yeah.
right? So the best way for us to go about winning something is less he prioritizes the domestic cups and then not do it in Europe. But that won't fly because last year or this past season going, the progression to the semifinal was what the top Gunners use as the team is getting better, even though we
Right.
clearly see the team is getting worse. But because we got to the quarters and then the semis, they say that we're improving. Okay, fair play. So by that logic, and I've heard you say this, I don't know if it's yesterday or the day before. By that logic, we're in the
See
final
you
next
in the
year. We're in
final. See you
Budapest.
in the
We are
final.
in Budapest next June.
Yep. Yep.
So we will
Exactly.
be here. We got the receipts.
Exactly. We will be here, people. We will be here. Big up. Why not? Pep was reminding City fans what standards are. Sorry, don't be soft. Don't be sentimental. And that message of accountability comes from CEO Khaldun in a solo interview. Said he messed up last. See, accountability, guys. And what are they doing? Since they messed up last summer, they've spent close to 400 million. We ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna, and that's within last January and now.
Yeah,
It's not even a whole year.
yeah,
We're not even going to get close to that this summer. In my estimation, it's going to be no frills Arsenal again. The generic versions of what we actually need.
yeah.
And this is what I am absolutely sick of. And what a great comment. Why not? Because yes, can we have some accountability, please? And you'll find that with accountability comes understanding. Do you understand? Like
Mm-hmm.
it comes with it. Okay, at least we can understand why, and at least we can try and accept what you're saying a little bit better rather than you just acting like it's never your fault. You know what I mean? That's what really gets on my nerves. Bigger Alvin Tan, just to add on the Klopp first season Europa League final, Sevilla, and their manager was Unai. That's what I'm saying. Unai's got a CV. You're never going to try and gaslight me and to try and say
Mm-hmm.
Unai's a bad manager, bro, because his CV is better than Arteta's. So hold that. Um, why not say Mr. Battered, big up, City are on revenge tour?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
bro.
They're
Yeah, and
spinning the
we're on
block.
the list. We are on that list.
They are
We
spinning
have,
the block,
bro. I'm
BBK.
telling you, we beat them 5-1 last year. We embarrassed them.
Stay
Bro.
humbler. Stay
Yeah,
humbler. We're going to
yeah,
be on that list. They are spinning the
yeah,
block next season, 100%. City Pool is back. Big up
yeah.
Dio in the building. Look, you mustn't get your hopes up about Arteta going. Why not? I'm tired of people telling me how to feel, what I must do, and how things are. No, no, no. That's not how things change. That's not how things change. But I understand to a degree because obviously we ain't seeing nothing from the Cronkies. We're not seeing that he's under any pressure. It don't look like it from the outside. Definitely not. But yeah, man. Big up Dio in the building. No, thank you for passing through. Make sure you guys are hitting the likes. Make sure, man. Let's see how close we can get to 40 today. Big up Harvey said facts, Man City get their business done early doors. Their preseason started last January. Market
Mm-hmm.
opportunities, Reinders, Turkey for 35, 36 million euros, not even pounds. Like, what on earth is going on? Is anyone home? The lights are on. Is anyone in, or have they just left the house? Because when these market opportunities that your manager talks about comes up, we're nowhere to be seen, bro. Nowhere to be seen. And they have literally done their preseason, bro. They don't need to buy nobody else. Not
Yeah.
even a year. 400 spent like that. How does that make you feel, Arsenal fans? Why are we never ever decisive like that? But there you go. Why not saying if Arteta sees out his contract, it will be toxic, so bloody toxic. The the likes we ain't seen before, punch ups and empty seats. Well, we're already getting punch ups. You got that last season, bro. We got it last season. There was punch ups at the Emirates, and I'm talking at the late end of the season as well. So it weren't even that long ago. Big
Mm-hmm.
up, Mr. Batter. He said BBK Sports spitting. Come on, bro. Each and every time.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, we don't really have people around that don't spit facts in it. Even if they don't agree, they spit facts. Big up Dio. You man are gonna flip when Arteta's contract extension is
You
announced.
damn
I
right
think
we're
I
gonna
will.
flip. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let you know right now for free that I will, boy. Ted.
I'm gonna just be looking at the window like I'm a couple of you guys call it stories, we call it floors. I'm a couple of stories up. Do I just jump out of the window, bro? And I don't advocate for that, but this is kind of where my mind's getting at, bro. I feel like we're Arsenal and the fan base, we're like North Korea, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we're like. Like it's very
Yeah.
much a dictatorship, and
Mhm.
I want to break free. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely flip. We'll definitely flip. Mr. Batter's saying, Dio, how's Arteta getting a contract extension? Genuine question.
If he wins the Champions League in the league, let's say he does that. If he wins the Champions League and the Premier League, you hear it. You won't hear a word from me. And
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say to that comment.
yeah,
It's predicated on what he does. But if he just gets a contract extension out the blue just because he's giving the Cronkies their bottom line, hell no, I would become full blown toxic at that point.
yeah.
You will see me hoping we get battered every week, bro. I won't, because that would be the only way to get him out. And this whole seeing out your contract thing, when historically, when has that ever worked out good for a club? We let
Mm,
Wenger walk out the door. How's that worked out for us? We seen
mm,
Fergie walk out the door. How'd that worked out for them?
mm,
We seen Klopp cut his contract short and say, "No, I can't do this anymore. Leave." How'd that work out for Liverpool?
mm,
Right? We see
mm,
managers that. We see Thomas Tuchel. We seen Frank Lampard sacked at Chelsea. He didn't see out his contract. They won the Champions League that same season. Manager get sacked, bro. Feel sorry for these men. Man is making £1 million a month, bro. I'm not advocating for a man losing his job, but don't feel sorry for these people. These people are well off, you know.
well off
You
in
know
the
what I mean?
public domain.
Yeah, bro. We are the stakeholders of this football club. When these men score a goal, you think they run? What do? They run to the crowd and celebrate. If that stadium is empty, you think they enjoy playing football in there?
Cooking,
Bro, we are
cooking,
the stakeholders of the football club.
cooking. Look,
So
sous chef business, man. Getting ready for the weekend roast. Absolutely cooking, my bro. And I couldn't said it any better myself. Like, it's us. This whole business, this brand that you want to call it, there would be no legs if it
yeah,
weren't for us. This is what
yeah,
people need to realize. Look, Cunha, we got Cunha in the chat. Why didn't you come to Arsenal, bro? Why didn't you come to Arsenal, bro? Don't be trying to diss Gyokeres either, bro. You should have came as well.
that's
Big up
funny.
Cunha in the
Funny,
chat, my bro. Big
funny.
yourself up, man. Big up Dio. He said because Josh Kroenke loves him. Yeah,
Does love him.
he
He's
does. He
getting
does.
paid.
He
Yeah.
does. He said, LOL United fans, as long as Glock 9 gets Arsenal and scores goals, Jesus can link up play. Oh my god. Maybe so, maybe so. If he stays fit next season, maybe he can be a winger. But you
Yeah.
definitely need to get rid of Havertz because I just don't see any place in the team for it. I really don't. Big up Dio. If your wife doesn't look at you the same way Josh looks, she gonna have to leave you, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Boy,
gunshots.
Ted, the smoke.
Gunshots. That's what I'm trying to say, but it's not. It doesn't breed well for Arsenal because a lot of the fans are looking at Arteta that same way. Do you know what I mean? And that's what's not on. No one's bigger than the club. However, go and win me some shit, bro. Go
Yeah.
and win me some shit because if you do it, and it means Arsenal's winning. If I'm wrong, it means Arsenal's winning. If you listen to me or you listen to BBK, it means Arsenal's winning.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it, man. We got topside. He said the Premier League refused Chelsea's shirt sponsorship deal with Paramount Plus as it would upset the competition's broadcast partners. I thought it's because they weren't doing very good. Like, I thought they had to
Mhm.
kind of get Europe or get Champions League again. That's
That's what
how
I thought.
that's
Yeah.
what the Chelsea fans were explaining to me. So I mean, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, I thought it was because Chelsea was demanding Champions League money from sponsors while they were in the conference, and the sponsors were like, "Bro, no one watches that, so we're not gonna pay you big money. So get to the Champions League and we can renegotiate." That's what I
Right,
thought it was.
right.
But the big up to the chat, man. The chat, there's a lot of knowledge in the chat. They're here to keep us
Hey,
honest.
hey,
So
we're getting there, man. We're not quite Shane's level yet, but we're getting
yeah,
there, man. And Shane, he's an absolute legend. Aaron as well, like I said, big up these guys.
yeah, man.
BBK as well, spitting absolute facts. And you need some of these insights, people. You
Yeah,
really do. You really do. Big up Gavin L. He's
big
bigging
up,
up
big
views and
up,
time. Come on, man. Make sure you're subscribing to BBK as well, guys. Big up Dio. He said, "Nah, guy, Sesko is gonna blow you away." Oh my god. This is what I'm talking about, blind faith, though. I understand you can look at the guy and say he's got potential, but there's just not been enough sample size. There just ain't for you to
yeah.
be so convinced that he's
Hmm.
going to blow me and the whole Premier League away. Don't get me wrong. If we get him, I hope he does because he
Yeah,
plays for Arsenal. If we get him, we're going to have to back it. We ain't got no choice in it. And like I keep saying, I don't think he's a bad player, But with all of this talk, you're talking like he's Yamin Yamal or something like that.
Yeah.
He's done nothing like that in football, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Gyokeres has got a much bigger sample size. He is the more calculated risk. Sesko could very well go on and be a better striker than him in a few years' time. But right now, come on, man. What is this belief founded in? That's what I need to know, Dio, because it can't be these compilations. It really can't. Big up Dave. He said Roman was such a good owner, bro. He cleared their debt. He actually looked after his project. He wanted to see them win, and he put his money where his mouth is. He weren't doing talking. He weren't
Yep.
doing PR. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, what do you think of Roman, man? Because a lot of people say, oh, terrorist money and all that other stuff, but I don't know, man. He was
Yeah.
great for me.
Bro, I think he was the second best owner in all of sports, bro. I think he was top class. Top class. The only owner better than is the guy that owns the New York Yankees, George Steinbrenner. You know, there's a little bit of bias there.
And no, but I don't know too much
Yeah,
about him.
yeah. So Steinbrenner, bro, it was breathing and winning.
Right.
And you had to win a certain way. He had dress codes and all this stuff that men had to win, bro. And there's a reason why the New York Yankees has 26 world championships and no one else comes close to us.
Oof.
Yeah, but Roman was that guy that came in up. He made the Premier League change the rules. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
he did.
that's
He did.
you do something when you make men change the rules
Change
to
the
try to
rules.
curtail your winning. Yeah.
Wow. And like I said, Chelsea fans, man, I know if there's any of you in the chat, you're going to tell me there's no way you're going to take back those trophies or those memories. Hell no, man. So, yeah, man, listen, I agree. And I wish that we had an owner that wanted to see Arsenal do well as well. Because guess what? If Arsenal does well, we all do well. Money gets spent, money gets made, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
You know,
You'll
like,
see me at the parade with Egal taking
bro,
pictures.
you know what I mean? I'll put him and Bubbles on my shoulders, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll do the whole thing. You know, get me the whole hat with the propeller on and the beer keg and all. Bro. Like, we'll all be there. You know, I'll be there with Pinkus. Well, not with Pinkus because he's a Spurs fan, but any of the other top gooners, a Gal, Christian, we'll all be there, mate,
all
celebrating
there, bro.
all day long. All day long. Clipmaster's gonna be all over this transfer window. Okay. Forever grateful for Roman. Big up Dave 55. Are you a Chelsea fan, Dave? Let me know, man. Big up Boston. Sesko is by no means a scrub. He isn't. He scored 21 goals, all comps, playing the second striker to Openda. Whoever we sign is miles better than what we have. That is true. But please don't try and put him alongside Gyokeres because it just don't match up, man. It just don't. But I'm not saying that he's a scrub, and I'm not saying that if we get him, I won't back him. I just think it's unfortunate for Sesko. He's been courted by Arteta at a time when the club needs to win now. We haven't got time for a prospect. He could probably go to Liverpool. He could probably go to Chelsea, and it will probably work out better for him.
Yep, I said that. Absolutely. I agree.
I mean, feel free to elaborate if you've got anything.
No, I agree with that. Not only because Liverpool has bought themselves time, but because Liverpool has a guy who can give them 20, 25 goals already. Right? And they just sound a very creative midfielder. And you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to carry the load. He's clearly coming to Arsenal with more pressure than he would have at Liverpool, because you're coming to Arsenal, you're supposed to be. I don't care if you're 22. If you're good enough, you're old enough. We need goals. You are leading the line. You're gonna have to score those goals to win. And the thing, Arsenal, we it might not be pretty, but we dominate possession most of the time, right? You're not gonna be running clean on through like you do in the Bundesliga. You're gonna learn to have to, close touches, move in tight spaces, and all this stuff. Right? Can you bag us 20 goals, 18 to 20 goals doing that? Because your 13 goals from the Bundesliga will not win us the Premier League. Great. And I'm not sure those numbers translate directly. I will apply some Premier League tax to that, especially your first season.
Yeah, and they say, oh, he's playing with Openda, he's playing in a 2, and he's being more of a support role. You know, Gyokeres plays up front on his own, but he's got 2 attacking midfielders behind him. He's done it in the championship. He's done it in the Champions League. Like I said, he's not a scrub by any means, but it's just not. And I think, and this is what I want to ask you as well, I think it's bad on Arteta because you're putting so much pressure on the guy, because it ain't going to matter if he's 21, because we need a gunman now. So when he comes in next season and maybe misses a couple of chances, which any striker will do, even a Gyokeres, look at the pressure that's going to be on his shoulders already.
Yeah. It's just I'm very worried with or without Gyokeres, Sesko. I think it will be Sesko. A slow start, and this is why I think he'll be gone before, I don't think he sees out the season. I think a slow start spells the beginning of the end for Arteta.
Mm,
I don't think he can avoid it anymore. I don't, because I've seen Sky Sports when the season was over. Should Arteta be under pressure next season? One, I was offended that it was a question. Two, I mean, like, what are you talking about next season, bro? He should have been under pressure 2 seasons ago. But they have laid the framework, right?
yes,
Everything with the overlap, Sky Sports, the Henri comments, the building
yes,
installed now, Skyscraper FC. The groundwork has been laid going
yes.
into the season. So day one, and I've said this on my stream, I've said this on other channels. I don't care what the fixture list says next Tuesday. If it's Man City away, if it's Chelsea away to start the first 5 games, no excuses. None. No referee decisions.
Cooking,
No, none of it. We
cooking.
want wins.
Wins, bro. Not
Wins.
the dog.
Yeah.
Wins. We want wins. Big up day 55. Chelsea are so much bigger than Arsenal. Do you know what, bro? They're not. Like you've won the Champions League twice. You know, you've won everything there is to win in football in the last 20 years, but you're still not bigger than Arsenal, bro.
Big
Unfortunately.
up today, 55. I see you, man, finish 12th and no one better than I, bro. Arsenal lose a game and
Bro,
it's a meltdown. So
exactly.
big up to you still.
Exactly, man. Cole Palmer falls off a cliff. And listen, I'm
Yeah,
not listen, it's only his second season. I'm not putting that pressure on him, but it's
yeah,
you guys that want to keep, like you guys are not big news, unfortunately. You lot can spend 1 billion and no one bats an eye. We spend
yeah.
750 and it's the end of days.
Yep.
So that's what I mean, bro. So yes, in terms of winning everything in recent years,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you shit all over us. But in terms of history, a much bigger club. Not quite there yet, my bro. But big yourself up, man. That ain't even a slight. That's just the truth, man. But yes, in terms of the trophies, you've got the big ears. You've won it twice in the last 20 years. You're a more successful club, but
Thanks.
much bigger than Arsenal. Nah, nah. But big yourself up, my bro. It's love each and every time. Alvin Tan, football, but not using your foot. Yeah, yeah. What you talking about? Yeah, listen. But I actually like, more than rugby. I like American football. I understand the rules. I know about first down and all that kind of shit. With rugby, I don't know anything. You know what I mean? So it's very entertaining. And I like it. I like American football, man. I really do. But I'd like the people that own our club to be interested in our club as well, innit? It's not
Right,
just
right.
American football. That's it. But big yourself up, man. Big up Dio. He said, how can Chelsea be bigger when you haven't won? When you haven't even overtaken Arsenal's
Like,
trophy
you're
count.
cheating.
Well, there's that as well. There's that. I mean, I was trying to put it in a bit of a nice way, but there's that. We are third for a reason, but they are getting close, and so are Man City. So are Man
Yeah.
City. They are getting close. You man, not serious. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. They. I mean, what would you say to that, BBK? Would you say that they're not serious because how they're spending? Even last summer, they just threw a lot of shit at the wall. I felt like some of it stuck. What's
Mm.
your thoughts on Chelsea, bro? Let's elaborate on that just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think Roman's Chelsea gave him an era of dominance that a lot of these new age Chelsea fans that's all they're used to. And let's be fair, like I'm old enough to know that most of these Chelsea fans, especially the African ones, are Arsenal fans converted. A lot of them. I know a lot of them personally. It's when Arsenal used to be big in Africa, then we stopped winning. We had their dip, they had their ascendant.
Yeah.
But yeah, this regime, they're gonna get a taste of what it is to have American owners sooner or later.
Mm,
With this Todd Bowley guy. I mean, I like what Chelsea's doing. I don't think people value enough what they've just done as a young group of
young
players
group.
actually touching silverware. They have something they can touch for all the work that they did
Yeah.
last season, albeit a conference league or whatever you may call it. But
Touching
I do
something.
believe I do believe they are closer to us than people think.
Of course.
Like going into this next season, I don't. I think they've already made a decision on Jackson. I think the Lap is going there to be a backup. I think they're going to go get a striker. Albeit, if we don't get Gyokeres, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up at Chelsea.
Mhm.
And I see a world where Gyokeres goes to Chelsea and start bagging in goals. Chelsea goes to Arsenal, starts slow.
I'm stepping in front of a bus, my
Yeah,
bro.
and then
Just know.
it adds to the toxicity
Right.
that will exist at the Emirates should we start slow. Another reason why I think this is a do or die year for Arteta. But
Yeah.
I like what Chelsea is doing. I don't think they're favorites to win the title this upcoming season, but they're in a process. They just don't know it.
They
Yeah,
are.
no one
I
is
actually
bitching.
think they're very close to it. And I think another, this is why you always, and Shane says this as well, always come up with a point that not everyone might think about or not everyone always
Mm,
points to. I mean, I do it sometimes, so does he, but this is quite regular for you. With their young squad, look at their process. That's one something with their
mm.
young squad. And what happened
Yeah,
to our process with our young squad? Do you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So that's another great point.
yeah,
Yes, I don't. Like I said, I don't feel like they get as much criticism as us, even though they, they've gone mad and they're doing this, that, and the third, and they just don't get the attention. But yeah, I feel like yeah, that's a great point. They don't get the credit enough for their young project actually getting across the line. And I only
mm,
feel like they're a couple of pieces off. The lap is actually gonna bang. Like I feel
hmm,
like the lap is that I've got more confidence in him banging than Sesko
yeah,
because
because
he
it's fit.
scored like 13, 14 goals for Ipswich last season in the Premier League. Like,
Yeah,
what are we doing? And he's young.
yeah,
So that's a great point, man. That's definitely a great point. I think Chelsea are a big club, 100%, but they're not quite above us just yet. Big up Dio. He said, we know Chelsea ain't taken seriously because when you man are languishing down the table after spending a billion, news outlet, BBK
yeah,
said that. And,
yeah,
and listen, go on to any YouTube channel, guarantee you're going to see Arsenal videos on there. You can't
yep,
go onto every Arsenal channel and guarantee you're going to see Chelsea or Tottenham or anything like that. That's just the facts. You got
that's
Terry
it.
Flewers, you got
Yeah,
Henry Talks Arsenal. He's a Tottenham fan, by the way.
yeah,
There's more Arsenal videos on his, and I'll say
yeah,
it. This ain't the views of BBK, yeah. So
yeah,
let me take him out of it. These are my views, but
mhm,
you man are grifting off of my club. We are
yeah.
massive
They
online.
are.
We are massive
They
around
are.
the world.
Well, Flewers,
Unfortunately,
that Flewers used to do every two. When I lived in Germany, bro, every 2 days that dude put out an Arsenal a scary video.
Arsenal
Yeah,
was
right, you know what you at.
they know
Yeah,
what they're doing, bro. They know
yeah,
what they're doing. You're a Man United fan. Why is there so many? Even Chelsea, even Rory Jennings.
yeah,
I lived across the road from that Don. Yeah, little donut, Rory Jennings. Yeah, but he's
yeah,
doing big on YouTube now. Big him up. Big him up. He's a Chelsea
yeah,
fan, bro. You go on his channel. The only Chelsea videos are negative spin ones, or he's
yeah,
talking about Arsenal.
yeah.
Like this is why. This is why you man are never gonna. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. And lo and behold, if we do actually start winning things,
Oh
you're gonna
man,
see it and notice it. Look, look, look. How many trophies you won in the last 5 years? How many trophies have you won in your history, bro? You
yeah,
can't come with that argument because it just gets whitewashed, innit? And we
yeah,
don't even need to use trophies. We're just using even a worldwide fandom and an online presence. All we need to
yeah,
do is that. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, but big yourself up though, man. I
Yeah, you
appreciate you
good, bro.
coming here, bro. Big up Static. Hey, BBK. Come on, man. The Gilberto. He's back. Right. 32 likes. Come on, man. Let's get to 40, guys. I've seen 50 people in the building not long ago.
Got to
Let's
get
get
to
to
40.
40, man. And I hope, did I get another raid? I don't think so. But big up everyone, man. Big up everyone. How many European trophies have you won? We've won 2. We've also
Imagine
done
doing
a
all
free
that.
peat. We also done a free peat in the 30s. Go and do your history. You're
Mhm.
not a bigger club than us, bro. You've won everything more in recent years. You've been a more successful club in recent years, and you're still not bigger than us. I know it must hurt. I know. But that's just the truth, bro. That's not even me trying to be funny. It's just the
Mm,
truth. Big up static views. No, it's time to make changes immediately. You know, like Top Boy,
immediately,
Sally, immediately. You know,
immediately.
like we got to ride out immediately. And that's what I thought Bert was going to bring. And I ain't seeing it so far. And that's why I'm a
Yeah,
little
bro. Fraud
panicked.
watch. Fraud
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, fraud what? And that's why I'm a little bit panicked, guys. That's it. I'm not saying I'm jumping out the window yet, but the window's open and I'm considering it. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. You got no answer to that. I just did answer you. We've won 2 trophies in Europe. Like what? Like what? How many trophies have you won in the last 5 years? 1. How many trophies have you won in your history, bro?
Now that's the thing though. Chelsea, they don't go back that far. Chelsea
Of course
fans
they
think
don't.
football started in 2005. That's when football
Exactly.
started for Chelsea
When,
fans.
when Roman took over, like I was born in '84. You might have been a Tin Pot Club forever, bro. Like you needed that money, bro. And yes,
2005, and prior to 2005, Chelsea's last Premier League was 1955. They went 50 years without winning the Premier League.
do you understand what I'm
Like
saying?
I
You
know
know,
this, right?
team.
I know these things. So
Yeah.
we're on 21 years, and everyone is having a meltdown. They went 50, a half a
Bro,
century.
Liverpool went 33, bro, before that.
Right,
Right.
right.
You
This is
understand what
our
I'm saying?
longest drought,
Come on,
obviously.
man. Like,
But
come on,
it's
Dave.
like
And I
these
hear
man,
you, bro. I
yeah,
hear you, Dave. In the last 20 years, you have been more successful, but even that is still not enough to overtake Arsenal, bro. It just ain't. It just ain't. Only Chelsea fans are gonna tell you that. You know what I mean? I'm telling you that for now. Go and speak to Tottenham fans. They will tell you different. Go and speak to West Ham fans. They will tell you different. unless they're new plates that have literally think football started in, as BBK said,
Mhm.
2005. But yes, I'll give you, in recent years you have been way more successful. But
Absolutely.
there's a difference. There is a difference. Big up Static. Sesko is Sesko is and always will be average. He scored 13 Bundesliga goals. No one cares about the other competitions he scored in. It's a bonus if he can do that.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's just the facts at the end of the day. And I always say, like I said, I don't think he's a scrub, but there's not enough sample size for what we need right now. That is not the calculated risk. Big up Wahaha. He said, I mean, Roman was mad with manager Rodeo, but it
Work,
worked
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It worked out, man. He
Yeah,
spent his
man.
money.
Man like Dave can come in here with chest and thinking he's saying something.
Exactly,
But,
exactly. Where would they be without Roman? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a good, bro. There you go. And they still ain't got a new stadium. Do you know what I mean? Like, I got stuck in the lift when I was at Stamford Bridge. Like, the place is falling down, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Big yourself up, though, man. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love as well. Wahaha said 4 in the Champions League. What are you talking about? The women. Big up Wahaha. I don't know what you're talking about there. Yeah, TG Raid, man. Big up TG, True Gooner, each and every time. Big up Josh, man. This is how long it's taken me to get to the comments, so I do
yeah,
apologize. I
chat's been
really
great
do.
today, man.
It's
Chat's been
been,
great.
and it's been getting that way, and I'm grateful, man. I
Yeah,
really
man.
am.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
really
love it.
am. I'm
Love it.
grateful, man. I really am. Big up Prodigy, TG. Yeah, big up, man. Goon Raid, big up Dave, man. Big yourself up, bro. Like it's not no disrespect. You know, it's just healthy discussion. And we can agree to not even agree to disagree. Like it's just not facts at this point in time. But
Yeah.
when it is facts, I'll tell you it's facts, bro. 100%. Yeah, big up Static again, man. Big up Josh. Big up the true Gooner, true gunner. Big up, man. Big up each and every time, man. Here he is, man. True Gooner. Bless up, man. Big yourself up, my bro. Make
Big
sure
up.
you're subscribing to Josh. Mods, please get the link in there. I'm probably gonna go until the weekend roast, and then we'll send you over there. Big up BBK, man. I appreciate you jumping on today,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Yeah, bro.
Appreciate you jumping on, man. Always gives me something more to talk about as well. Yeah, views, BBK, keep speaking
Big
facts.
up.
We're gonna try. We are gonna try, man. Thanks for the cut. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's well deserved. To get me, I even see one of your streams the other day. 4.5.
Woo!
Go on, big man. So I'm loving it, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're always welcome over here as well. Big up True Guna. Bless up for the raid. It means a lot, man. Big up Dio. The fan base ran this whole ready-made nonsense when we skipped Isaac for Jesus. Yeah, ran that psyop of bringing experience too. But there you go. I'm pretty sure you probably would have noticed this as well. Like the arguments that they use when it wants to suit their narrative, and then it's like hypocritical arguments because we can always come back, especially with the manager. I mean, what do
Hmm.
you think about this comment, bro?
Yeah, the arguments will change though. It's when it suits you, when it suits you, merchant. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll talk about oh, let's go get a Premier League proven player if Arteta liked them. If it was someone in the Premier League that we were linked with, they would use the Premier League proven this and that. But bro, we just seen Liverpool break the transfer record for a player who's never kicked the ball in the Premier League. You know what I'm
Oof.
saying? So like, bro, if you footballers are footballers, bro. You know what
And
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like we've seen players come from the French league. Seen players come from all the leagues. With strikers, it's different though, because with strikers, we don't have other matrix to measure you other than do you score goals? And
oh,
Sesko does not score goals at the rate that we need to bridge the gap with those teams. Liverpool
at
scored
this,
90 something goals last year, bro.
oh, how many
Scored
did we score? 60 something?
69.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
69
we
goals,
got
bro.
69, but
We need goals.
do you
We
know what I
need
mean?
goals.
We need goals, and I couldn't have put that better
Yeah,
myself. So that is regression for all of you XG and number people. When we got this points and we scored that goals, not this season.
yeah.
Regression, guys. It's evident. It's not me making it up. It's the facts. Big up Zero Requiem. I hope I've said that right. This Liverpool, this window will force Arsenal into a bidding war for Isak. I don't think we're not, as much as we do need something banging like that. And I promise you this: if we scored Isak, bro, I'd go and buy a Mikel Arteta shirt, bro. I'll get Arteta's name on the back, like that, yeah. But that is no way gonna. If we're dilly dallying over Sesko and Gyokeres, and they're
Mm,
around 70 million euros, 80 at a push, there's no way we're paying over 100. I just
yeah.
don't see it happening. And with Isak, with Arsenal, he's got every reason to say, why would I come to you guys? I bop you guys every time we play you guys. I've just won something last year. I'm in the
Mm,
Champions League as well. If it's Liverpool or City that come in for him, they're the only teams that have got the pool.
mm.
because you know City pool's going to be back next year. We're pretty confident City's going to be back. You know that the players that they buy, the project that they're building. Liverpool's just won the league, so it's different. They're in Champions League as well, but they're champions. Do you understand? It's different. What can we offer Isaac? Why would he even come in?
Yeah.
You know. And what do you think about the whole Isaac thing? But do you see that happening, or is it just a myth?
I think that to that comment, I think a bidding war will give Arsenal an out, give us a crutch, give us an excuse to back away from the deal and see.
I love
We
this guy.
we got into a bidding war. We can't afford that. They outbidded us. It would give the club an easy way out, right? So
This guy, bro.
if that happens, matter of fact, I think Arsenal will even fabricate or use Fabrizio or whoever, Jacobs
Whoever.
or what's that tool they have that follow Arteta around? Charles Watts. They'll use him. They'll use someone to create. Oh yeah, it was a bidding war and we couldn't compete. And then
Love it. Love it. I got the top Guna bingo. Like Rashid has got his little book of excuses, but you're very much on that page because you might as well call us Gerard Butler now. It's law-abiding citizen because we're doing think tank because we know what's gonna come.
Yeah.
Just like what they're doing, think tank, psyops, and all this PR and all the crap that they're attacking us with. But yeah, now big up Zero Requiem. I don't think there is going to be a bidding war because I don't think we'll be in for Isaac. But if there is, another very astute point from BBK, it will just be an excuse for us not to do it. I'm even thinking that with Gyokeres. And when Arsenal fans come out and say it's the smoke screen so we can get Sesko, I'm like pulling my hair out, bro. I don't want Sesko. Yeah. Can you just pivot and go and get the calculated risk, please? Can you just do that? Can you just do something that makes sense? Then I might be able to back. Sorry, other things that you do. Go on, bro.
And that's the reason why in the beginning I said the Gyokeres move puts the onus back on the club, and Arsenal is your move because now that he has said I don't want United, I want Arsenal, it forces Arsenal to have to react. And I'm very interested to see how they react because how they react will tell us something. Yeah. Forget what you say. How you react to this news, how you react to a top player wants to come to you when you need this player because he scores goals and you need goals, will tell us a lot of what our ambitions are.
Hey, cooking, bro. That's what I'm talking about. And I also heard everyone talking about it's gonna take weeks. Why is it gonna take weeks? Do you understand what I'm saying? Once the only thing that's going to take long is for a price to actually get set. And if all the talk is true and Fabrizio made a whole video on it, it wasn't even just a tweet that can maybe get misconstrued or nothing. It was a video. The agent has proof. That's why I titled it this. What that means for us, I don't know. There's a world where I still see him going to a Premier League rival, and I'm just going to step in front of a bus, bro. Honestly, that's how I feel if I see that happening. Honestly. The only thing that would even make me slightly forget about that is if we was to get Rodrigo, which I still don't think is happening. Let me ask you this, BBK, as well, yeah? Because have you ever seen? Because did you see that tweet when they put out the Alonso's 11 for next season? Have you ever seen Real Madrid do that before?
No. No, I think with the Rodrigo thing, right? I think we're interested. I do think we're interested. I think he does upgrade us. What I think Arsenal will do is Arsenal will wait until the window closes. And then when Rodrigo realizes that he's not getting minutes in a World Cup here when he needs to play minutes, when the player starts to force a move, then we'll try to get like a loan deal in January or something. Because Rodrigo, in the last Brazil game, wasn't even in the squad. Right? He's at Real Madrid. Who was managing him at Real Madrid that wasn't playing him? Carlo. Who's managing Brazil right now? Carlo. He has to play. He has to give Carlo a selection headache. He has to go somewhere where he'll be playing at a high level and playing heavy minutes to make Carlo have to select him for the World Cup. So I think once he realizes if he's not getting heavy minutes under Xabi Alonso, he might ask for a move. And then Arsenal feels like that will give him leverage in negotiation. Like, well, the player doesn't want to be there. Can we work something out? But as far as us bidding for him in the summer and actually pay a fee, nope, not what we do. Not doing it.
Not what we do. And if you look at the history, even in the Arsene Wenger days, that's the only way we managed to get these players to the club. Alexis weren't fitting in, Ozil weren't fitting in. Do you know what I'm saying? Or they come to us in like a little transfer cycle and we end up usually getting the worst off in the deal. This is the only way we get players of this ilk to the club. And everyone that's come to the club has proven why they're that player. I know Ozil and people, but they've done things. They're pretty. You can see the quality. It's evident. So great points, man. I'm so sick of this, of how we carry ourselves, bro. Really, because we make too much money. Obviously, David's out here saying Chelsea are clear. Like how, bro? Like I said, just how? But anyway, we probably make more money than Chelsea. That's just the bare bones facts of it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to hear about we're entitled and things like that. I don't. What we're entitled to is definitely be making an effort every season to do as much as you can to win. You can't then say you're going to win, but you
Mm.
can prepare to win every season. And there's nothing wrong with us saying that at all. But let me get through a couple of these comments because we've got like 6 minutes left and there's loads, millions. Wahaha saying this Sesko Gyokeres toxicity is too much. If the club just did the business, not being this creepy stalker. Yeah. In the bushes, we wouldn't have this BS. That's what I'm saying. You just look at Man City. I never really hear about that Man City are monitoring, or Man City are texting, or Man City are doing the washing up for this player. I never hear that. I just hear that the player's done. It's done. And I'd love us to move like that. They're a real club. They have spent 400 million just under from January.
Yeah.
From January till now. And we can't spend a penny. Like, anyway, I'm trying to be calm. You just come on moaning every day. That's what I get as well from some of these. Like, how does that help? Well, just sitting here with your head in the sun doesn't help as well, because the volcano's just exploded. You know, lava's coming down the hill, and you've just got your head in the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He said, brother, this is Dio. I don't even consider Chelsea until some Chelsea fans chime up thinking they're a major club. Now, Chelsea are a big club.
They
You know,
are.
they've got that way, but they're not clear of Arsenal. Come on, man. Even Tottenham will tell you that ain't the truth. Do you know what I mean? Big up Dio, sell another hotel to yourself and recover the finances. Maybe I'll take your club seriously. But you know what I will say, though, is at least they were trying to do something. They
They
weren't
find
breaking
a way.
it.
They find a
But they
way.
were ending them. They found a way. And I said the same thing to Specs about Newcastle, because they could be going mad this summer as well. But have we seen them act like that? No, we ain't. They've been there since 21, and we
Yeah.
ain't seen them try and do anything. So I don't know. Big up Zero again. Payback for Arsenal looking past Liverpool for the past 3 years. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, well, looking past, yeah, they were. There was only looking at Man City, but Liverpool, the same Liverpool team, only Chiesa is the difference, and a manager that finished below us 2 years in a row. And now look at how the levels look, and it's not like they've had a big overhaul, not yet. So that's a great point, man. Mr. Batter saying, BBK, you're right. As a Liverpool fan, not only am I baffled by how my club is moving positively, I am more confused by Arsenal taking the first part of the jet. That's what I'm trying to say. But not only just not exactly, and big up BBK, always astute. Make sure you guys are following them, Don't take the mic. Make sure you're following them, because I said so. So go and show some love, yeah. Here we go, right? But you moving positively. So how are you now going into the season, Mr. Battered? Big up my mod like Ian Wu, another Liverpool fan, Paul Brady. Ain't seen you guys for a minute. But how are you, man, going into the season? Sunshine and lollipops. You can't wait for that first ball to get kicked. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a great point, man. Great point, man. They're showing intent. And now as fans, you're not even going to question what the club does. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's it. Big up top side each and every time. The streets will never forget the work you guys are doing. I hope so, man. If you're talking about people like me and BBK and that, I hope so. Godfrey, South Africa in the building.
Big up, Godfrey.
Come on, man. Big up views and BBK every time. We got 3 minutes, man. I got to try and get through some of these comments before we send you over to Shane. Big up Dio. That time you just want to guard, man, from the disappointment of Arteta's impending contract extension. I hear it, bro. If that happened, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Might have to start doing the women's, watch along for the women. Bro, at least they're serious, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna try and take credit for the women because I don't watch the women's game. I hate all of them Arsenal fans trying to do that. That other little moan that Shane always calls out. We answered Tottenham within 78 hours. Are you kidding me? We are laughing stock, bro. Dio saying Turkey's too spicy for Arteta's, bro. Yeah, he's French flair too much for him. Arteta loves scuffed Brazilians, though. He definitely likes people that are not kind of themselves. You know what I mean? Definitely. Hey, look who's in the building.
Oh, oi, big up to man like Aaron.
Aaron, man, each and every time. Mods, let's get his link in the chat. Big up to the broski. Might even be jumping on later, so we'll wait and see. But always show love to Aaron, to Shane, to BBK. Let's get all of the links in the chat before we get out of here, people. Big up Hendo. Sorry it's taking me so long to get to you, my bro. Said good afternoon, views and BBK all in the chat and watching. Big yourself up, my bro, man. Yeah, definitely a legend out here. 4 minutes left of Le Mans. I can't believe. That's the 24-hour thing, isn't it? Big up, man. I'm not really big into the car racing, but my dad was. Rest his soul. Do you get me? His Father's Day. So yeah, man, big up, man. Ferrari doing their thing. 24-hour race. Carry on failing to win trophies, and the brand will be associated with bottling and failure, and not a good look for the brand. That's what I'm saying. If the business keeps losing, bro, even because people keep saying it's business, but business
Mhm.
is cutthroat, right?
Yeah.
If you're failing, then you go out of business.
Hmm.
I mean, what do you think about that for all of
Yeah,
the business savvy
yeah,
people?
and this is a conversation that the top gooners do not want to have, because this right here comes with accountability and standards, right?
Ah,
Because at some point, because they them same ones will go back at Dave and say, no, we're a bigger club because we have the trophies. Well, win them.
win
Win
them.
them. Are we sitting here saying anything other than winning? Because I've asked the question to many a time, like, what's important? What's more important in football than winning trophies? They can't answer. So if we're
Exactly.
toxic and negative for wanting to win, I mean, like, both of these things can't be true. You
Exactly.
can't be on that side saying what you're saying, wanting to win, and then I'm on this side saying what we want to win. Now we want to win. You're comfortable with what's
Not
going
winning.
on. We want to win. Don't tell me
Ah,
about the pain. Just show me the baby.
ah,
You know.
and the same baby that we're gonna go home with. You man, forget about it. Leave it at the hospital.
Yeah.
Not us. You know what I'm saying? Not us. We go home with that baby. We
Yeah.
gotta do night feeds and shitty nappy.
Right.
Bro, don't get me upset, bro. I'm telling you, because like I said, and if I'm wrong, yeah, if I'm wrong and you guys are right, and you come and say we told you Arteta could win. Hold on. My team has won. Arsenal's won. What do you mean you
Right.
told me Arteta can win? Do you think who I care does it?
Yeah.
So you don't need to just
Yeah.
make that nice and clear for everyone, man. Aaron's bigging up Hendo, big up the legend in the building, man. Make sure that you're putting his link in. Make sure you're putting BBK's link in. It's literally 3:30. Big up Juju. Sorry
Big
it's
up.
taking me so long. Bring back Abramovich. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. He was the bad boy owner for you lot.
Mhm.
Big up everyone in the chat, man. Look, Dave as well. No disrespect. Obviously, we can disagree. Harvey,
Yeah. Big up, Dave.
Theo,
Big up, Dave.
Shane, 40 likes. All right, come on, man. I wanted to get to 50, but we're definitely happy with the 40. And look, guys, we're gonna send you over to Shane right now because the weekend roast is kicking off. So it's time to eat again. You were full up from your full
Yeah.
Irish.
Yeah.
Got to
Yeah.
digest it with the intervention. Big up BBK for co-hosting me today. And now
Yeah,
we're
man.
gonna. It's dinner time. It's dinner time. So get ready, people. Like I said, BBK man, what have you got coming up, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, I have a show in about at 5-ish with Gunner Street. It's a young man. I don't call him a top gooner, but he's one of the guys that's has some very
I'll set you
interesting
in.
takes on the Sesko Gyokeres argument. So he's coming on my
Right,
channel so we can have a chat. So yeah, that's what
right,
I got.
right. Hey, listen, there you go, people. So make sure you subscribe into the broski because I've told you to. Make sure you go over there and see it. If you're saying about 5-ish, then the weekend row should probably be done by then. So we've got you covered. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
Aaron coming up later. We've got you covered, YouTube, innit? We have got you covered. So big up BBK each and every time. Let me get it up, man. The weekend roast and he's live right now. So go over there, man. Yeah,
it.
fuck it. Views and BBK raid. Go over
Big.
and show Shane all of the love in the world. You know what I mean? Thank you, man. This has been amazing today. It really has so many comments. I couldn't even get through it. Do you know what I mean? Big up
Legendary.
Shane for the raid. Yeah, big up Shane for the raid. Big up True Gooner for the raid. Nothing but love. So now we're gonna return the favor. Peace and love, everyone, man. Big up BBK, man.
Big up, bro.
Out
Every
for
time.
his show. Yeah, man. Watch out for his show at 5. Shane and BBK raid people. Let's get over there right now.